We didn't do private sessions until
way
we would
later.
stay in the public stuff until someone kept killing us over and over, and then like, all right,
Yeah,
well
then
now
we do
we'll go
private
private
session, yeah.
because we're trying to set up for a heist.
Oh yeah, by the way, private sessions are now behind a paywall as well.
Oh, just
They
you. That's why.
they were definitely taking cues from Bethesda on that one.
Yeah, and the worst part is people paid for it. They just kept fucking paying for it because they're just brainless, shit-eating.
You realize this just shows you what they're already planning to do with the next GTA.
Oh, they weren't even being subtle about what they were planning to do. They were literally saying we are using GTA 5 now as a test bed for features we would like to implement in GTA 6.
Features, quote unquote.
Yeah, features.
Yeah, and GTA 6 is currently they're projecting $2 billion for its development cost. And I'm just kind of sitting here like, but it's probably not going to sell as well as GTA 5.
Honestly, it's 50-50. Like, it could. I
feel like they've lost a lot of goodwill with the changes they've done to GTA 5 and online.
They have lost a lot of goodwill, yet GTA 5 still has. Let me look this up. GTA Online Steam chart.
It is worth noting we probably should also see if there's just a Rockstar chart by itself.
Rockstar wouldn't keep track of that. Currently, as of a minute ago, 87,000 people are still playing it.
Damn. That number probably inflates once you start including the consoles as well.
Let's go 3 months ago. So 3 months ago is when Vineland was introduced. It dropped to an all-time low 3 months ago of only 83,000 people.
Okay, so you take the consoles, you triple that number, but that's nowhere near what it was at launch or within the first couple years of launch.
Actually, of all time, GTA has kept a steady between 70 to 100 players on Steam.
Really?
Yep. The only time it didn't do that was literally the day it launched, and it was at 360,000.
Okay.
In fact, there are more people playing GTA Online right now than there were in 2016. By like 300,000 people. Sorry, by 30,000 people.
Well, I guess those are suckers then who are willing to pay for it.
Yeah, 24-hour peak period is usually around 171,000 people. That's 120,000 more than everything up until late 2017. Oh wow, we actually quit right before it started peaking.
Well, we had a really good reason for quitting.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We did. Yeah, it was fucking dumb. I know that you didn't cheat, but we deleted your account anyway. We're gonna allow you to create a new character after 6 months. Yeah, fuck you. Eat shit. Die. So, Sign, welcome back. We all missed you. Especially Max. He just wouldn't stop talking about how much he missed your wit.
Just understand it was all said sarcastically.
I was about to say press X to doubt. I'll be right back.
All right. But so ladies and gentlemen, let us begin episode 60 of Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9006. Episode 60. Gentlemen, we have only about 40 more episodes until the year ends. How does that make you all feel?
It's not going fast enough.
I would really like to start seeing some like significant return on this investment of time and effort on all our parts.
Well, Max, that would require one of us going on to social media and advertising.
And we all know what that's going to do.
And none of us do that. None of us use social media, so. And Atin's too paranoid.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know,
C8, why
this
don't
is
you
a
shill
horrible
us?
thing,
Yeah, you go on Facebook and shill us, C8. We'll teach more Brazilians the joys of English language. Getting the podcast to be bigger would absolutely be a monkey's paw. I mean, yeah, sort of. Like, I don't want to have like 1,000 people in the viewer room. I want to have like 100, right? Because like with 100 people, you get conversations going, and you don't get these long, drawn-out ones that inevitably turn weird. So you have a decent pace, you know. Implying I've used Facebook in the past 5 years, this is a fair enough statement. You know what? That's fine. Yeah.
I don't believe I've used Facebook since senior year of high school.
I've literally never used Facebook.
Good for you.
Yeah. I actually didn't get a job one time because of that.
They couldn't track you down to find
Yeah.
all the horrible shit about you, huh?
Literally, so they were like, so yeah, you didn't put a Facebook account down in your resume sheet submission form. And I was like, yeah, that's because I don't have one. And they're like, what do you mean you don't have a Facebook account? I was like, I don't know what else to explain on that one. I don't have a Facebook account.
I love that. We can't hire this man. Why? Because he won't drink the Kool-Aid with us.
And they're like, well, we need to monitor your online statements so we can decide if you're a good fit for the company. And I was like, well, you don't have to worry about that because I don't have a Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, or any of that either. And they're like, well, we can't hire you then.
How are we supposed to thought police you
Yeah,
if you don't put your thoughts out?
literally, they just came out and said it. They're like, well, how are we supposed to see what you say online then? I'm like, that's the thing. You don't. So I didn't get the job.
I'm sure you missed out on a valuable life experience. Sneaky.
Absolutely, probably. I get essentially bullied by my family because I don't have an Instagram. They say I'm weird for not using it. Yeah, it's like, why would I share with complete strangers my life and no, you guys don't count? Because nothing can be traced back to me. Pictures are a completely different story.
Yep.
Especially in this day and age where anyone can use a voice changer to make an AI say something or to make someone else sound like they said something. You can't prove nothing. But, yeah, here we are. And yet, here we are. So, actually, you know what? In honor of us updating again, we're not going to read Ruby first. We're going to read Worm. Of us updating, Dying Scarab.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna...
Oh, you guys finally put your update out.
We updated with an interlude.
Gray wrote a fever dream of an interlude, and I approved it, and we posted it.
It was literally a 1,000 word chapter interlude. Good. That was written in 20 to 30 minutes.
About that, yeah.
And then edited in 40.
More like edited in 5. I just actually had to, have time to edit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, Gray. The interlude has reached like 800 some upvotes. So,
Fucking Christ.
yeah, I mean, it looks like we attracted everyone back that we had last time around.
We
Whenever
continually-
Gray posts above 1,000 words, it's like Gray has alerted the horde, and you just look at the people currently viewing the post, and it's like something like 500 people now, 600 people, and it's a long way from the 70 people we were freaking out about when we first started posting the story.
Yeah. Now it's just a moment of, oh, Jesus Christ, it's this much now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. It's a lot of fucking people. We're also actually like the most followed Warcraft fic on Space Battles. So
That's not that high a bar, unfortunately.
no, it's not. But it is a bar.
Considering what we found yesterday.
Yeah, but it is a bar. Yeah, so someone made a comment on our story yesterday about how, oh wow, I was just reading this other story that just updated, and I was like, I wish your story would update, and then I looked and you guys updated. This is great. And so I looked up that story they were talking about. It's a self-insert isekai as a black dragon shaman who, with the power of friendship, will overcome depression.
I wish he was joking.
Come back to
I wish he was joking.
What part did you
Because-
miss?
Black Dragon Shaman Power Friendship Cures Depression.
Self-insert isekai into Warcraft.
Self-insert Isekai. Oh, into Warcraft. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and this is before all of the bad events happen. I think this is like before
This is
the Second
during
War.
the Third War.
During the Third War, okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's self-insert isekai of a black dragon shaman during the Third War, and they make friends with a bunch of people, and they get pulled out of depression. And I know all this information not because I read the story, but because the author decided to make their summary 5 paragraphs long.
I know because I read the damn thing until I decided it was too dull.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ray, you and your constant sacrificing of sanity.
Yeah.
Like I had sanity to begin with.
Also, yeah.
Well, not after that
10
story. You got even less now.
So I have
Updating a
negative sanity.
Updating a popular story after a while with an interlude of less than 1/10 the usual length is evil. Glad it's working out for you, though. I mean, I did offer up to Gray that we could always just post the sections of the chapters that I'm done with.
And I vetoed that
Yes, he did.
because the sections that we have vary so wildly between everything that it takes forever for Sneaky to get through some of them.
And then other ones are
And-
like 2 seconds.
Other ones are 2 sentences and then we're done.
Yeah. But yeah, and okay, honestly though, I'm kind of warming up to the idea of making Chromie his son or her son or his daughter. There we go.
Daughter.
That
There we
works. Yeah. I was gonna.
I
nail
mean,
it.
it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
So
I mean, like,
No.
never say it out loud, but if it ever comes to it, just be like, yeah, sure.
like it was such an out of left field comment from that one
Yeah.
because I was fairly sure that it was easy to understand. Apparently it fucking wasn't.
Oh yeah. Apparently, literally spelling it out for them was not was not enough.
Well, that's Space Battles, though, so what'd you expect?
Yeah.
That's not even space battles. That's just having any sizable chunk of any sort of fan base. Don't forget, after year 3, Core was also like, I'm getting real tired of having to spell things out for you people, and you still not get it.
Is this a JoJo reference?
What?
Ignore me.
That was out of left field.
Oh, it was me, Dio. Anyway, enough about me. Yeah, so anyway, let's get into Worm. And let's read a story or two in the Worm section and see what Worm's been up to recently, because if we're being used as a standard of goodness, I want to see what this bar is being set. Okay, so we have Master of My Fate, Captain of My Soul, a nihilist lawyer from Earth transmigrates to Worm Universe and promptly freaks out. Why would you freak out?
Yeah.
You're a nihilist. Why does it matter? Oh, you're freaking out because your life matters. Interesting. Interesting.
It almost sounds like you tried to make a statement there, Sneaky.
No, I'm just interesting, you know. Semi-self-insert, I'm sure, author. I'm sure it's a semi-self-insert. Loosely based off of other Worm CYOAs, of course it is. MC joins with Faultline's crew. Okay, oh, and let's see here. We got character listing, OC, and Labyrinth. Of course. Why don't you take advantage of the absolutely out of her mind girl? I'm sure, yeah, that's...
That's not morally dubious.
Yeah, it's not morally dubious at all. Who needs... Saul, bad, Pacerheim, Nolan peaked with Dark Knight. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair statement to make. So we got Ack at it again. We got 47 chapters, 277,000 words from this man, 3,000 favorites, and 2,000 reviews. A Darker Path. Taylor is cleaning up Brockton Bay using murder. She's happy, friendly, and outgoing, and she's not nice about it.
Huh?
Okay.
I only can assume she is like a Harley Quinn in this sort of situation, I guess.
Like,
yeah. Oh, we got a Worm wannabe. This story is called Cage. It's part of the Bird series. Taylor triggers and goes to the insane asylum. 37 chapters, 200,000 words.
Because those are always fun.
Yes, they are riveting stories, don't you know? The secret ingredient is, in fact, crime. You're correct. In the rough, Taylor's aspirations of heroism are crushed in the worst way possible, and from the ashes rises a villain. Featuring Skitter and Aegis. A crime drama story that is rated K+. I'm,
Wait, hold up a second. That's not...
I'm curious.
How can Worm even have something rated lower than M to begin with?
You're a retard.
That or you choose to focus on what very, very little light there is in that story. In
There's
terms of
light in
gaming.
that story?
The only light in Worm, Max, is the laser beam you're being shot with.
I didn't say it was a positive light.
No, those are called ions.
Are you sure it's not the bug zapper at the end of the tunnel?
I will never, ever let go of the memory of that comment of mine just getting showered in upvotes on fucking Space Battles. On
yeah, that one.
James D. Fox's story of the...
That one.
What was it precisely? That the light at the end of the tunnel shouldn't be a gun barrel or something?
Shouldn't be the light at the end of a gun barrel or something.
No, the light
I
at
don't
the...
remember.
That.
Oh, no, that's what it was. The light at the end of the tunnel shouldn't be a barrel flash, but here we are.
Oh. Oh man. Ah. Yeah, that's definitely a sneaky thing.
I got like 140 upvotes in like the span of an hour.
It was a bad chapter.
It was a really fucking bad chapter.
Bad chapter, bad story, everything.
Let's see.
For a hero to exist, there has to be a villain. Well,
No.
not really, no. I mean, narratively, yes.
Not even narratively, no.
Well, no, narratively, yes. Like, nature can be the villain narratively. Society can be the villain narratively. But that's speaking in the technicalities of story writing.
Fire is not a villain, it is a natural disaster, and yet firefighters are still heroes.
Right, but narratively, you can categorize fire as a villain of the story of your house being burned down. You could. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it is technically possible that in the retelling of the story of your house being burned down to someone else, the fire takes the place in the narrative of the villain.
I mean, I get it. I just don't agree with it. I don't think it's right to qualify an inanimate object
and I'm agreeing with you. Right, and I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that they are correct in the barest of technicalities, and like the late great Shiro Emiya said, just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct, or just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. Either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just because they're technically correct on this one doesn't mean their statement itself is right. Would that be more of an antagonist or a villain? I would say, ooh. That's a rough one. I don't actually know. Would that be more of an antagonist or a villain in the narrative perspective? Huh. An adversary. I mean, the first definition is specifically a person who actively opposes or is hostile. I think the key word there, even if you remove person, is actively. Nature is more passive in its role in a story. Like the tornado, unless the tornado is like being guided by a god, but even then nature still would be the passive of the story and the god would be the
villain would be the villain. The god would be the villain.
Right.
The tornado is just the tool.
Right, exactly. But if it's just like you're just sitting outside one day and a tornado fucking comes down, when you're retelling the story, you would probably cast the tornado as a villain, but I don't think you could cast it as an antagonist. because it's not something that's actively opposing you or oppressing you. It's just something that's destroying your stuff.
The tornado held me down.
The tornado, the tornado brought sharks to the party.
Sharknado, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heroes
sure, why not?
don't emerge fully formed like a comic book. Well, I mean, even in the comic books, they don't emerge fully formed. They all have fucking backstories. They have to go through their backstory first. Alright, so someone clearly took Philosophy 101 and then took some weed and hit up that reef, as the kids call it. A villain is an amoral or evil character with little to no regard for the general welfare of others. I mean, the second part of the definition, character or force that actively works against the protagonist. Okay. So yeah, then the nature would be the antagonist and not the villain. Alright, so that makes them even more wrong, actually. Yeah. Alright. I can roll with that.
I don't even like calling it an antagonist simply because that implies intent, which nature doesn't have. It's nature. It's fucking nature. A hungry animal, that has intent. Absolutely. That can be an antagonist.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the hurricane blowing down your door is not an antagonist. That's just, it's a thing. It's a force of nature.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like we're talking on the technical list of definitions here. But anyway, point being,
Maybe more.
the author got high and thinks they're really deep because they were wrong. Something had to make them rise above the masses. They needed someone to oppose them. No, not really. Again, firefighters, police, EMT. These are all roles that you don't require something bad to happen first for you to be considered separate. Like, just by being part of that group, you're considered a hero generally. Because you are putting yourself in a form of danger. So there's that. It figured that is what she'd become.
What?
Are we talking about villains here or heroes? Because the subject of the matter is heroes, because the entire previous paragraph was talking about how heroes are formed. But obviously the author is referring to villains in saying how Taylor was going to end up as one. That's some shady English there. That's some shady fucking English.
Author's a moron.
Taylor looked around at her crushed dreams. She tried. She tried so hard. But in the end, it didn't even matter.
God damn it, Sneaky.
I mean, that's what it says. No, I'm lying. Doesn't actually say that. It says she tried so hard. That's what it does say. She made her costume, never used her powers for evil, not even when the terrible trio had all but ruined her life. She tried everything she could to be that 1 in a million storybook ending, and she became the last thing she wanted. All at the hands of a hero. Fine. This was fine. If they wanted a villain, they would get one. Said Taylor fucking never until way later, like the Warlord arc. And I mean way later, because it's the fucking... It's the starter arc, then it's the Undersiders arc, then After Undersiders, Dinah gets kidnapped, right?
About that, yeah.
Yes.
Then after Dinah gets kidnapped, then Leviathan happens. Then after Leviathan was Echidna, and then the Warlord arc starts. So there's at least like 4 books worth of content before Taylor went from I'm a hero to fuck it, fine, if the heroes won't do it, I will. Oh yeah, the 2-year time skip and the fucking Slaughterhouse 9. I forgot about the 2-year time skip, yeah. Still somehow has better pacing than everything that came after it. Yep, not surprised. Because back in the day, Wild Bow was just updating to update, and he was just having he was having a ball with it. Because I remember those fucking early chapters, they had like a whole 10 viewers. I was one of them.
He was having a good time.
Now, I wouldn't say good time. He was having a time. There was a time occurring. Anyway, let's see here. She pulled her insects tight to a place no one could see. While bugs were frightening enough to be a superpower all on their own, she couldn't let them see all her cards. She was going to need to bunker down and play a long game, and then it was best to keep it close to her chest. That day, a new kind of power was born of shadows and disappointment. At first, no one realized there was anyone there. An exotic insect collector had been happy to trade for anything unusual she found in the wilds around Brockton Bay. As a result of shipping, there was a few alien species that had arrived and adapted to the climate, and her abilities found it all too easy to track down interesting specimens. She traded them for money and live exports, also very legitimately, that no one ever found out of place that she did so. Okay. Also, by the way, that's actually legit. New Jersey is infamous for playing the game of only found in this location in New Jersey. Because we are a major shipping hub, and that means everything comes through New Jersey, which means a lot of things get lost in New Jersey. A lot of
Lost.
Well, lost and I bought this deadly bark spider, and I actually just realized that I don't want to keep a bark spider in my house with my child around, so I'm just gonna dump it in my backyard. Surely it will die.
And then it doesn't.
And it was pregnant.
Oh no.
And if Taylor was gonna go down to Florida, she would have to first pass through Georgia, and the devil has the soul to steal.
He was in a bind. He was kind of behind. He was willing to make a deal, though. But think about it. Taylor in Florida, she has a biblical swarm of mosquitoes the size of small birds.
And everyone got malaria that day.
Malaria, nothing. You could kill a man with that many mosquitoes easily just by exsanguinating him.
What are the major shipping locations in New Jersey apart from the port next to New York City? Literally every port town. Let's see. There's Atlantic City was a shipping zone. Philadelphia and Camden are shipping zones. Newport. That's probably the shipping zone up there. There's one in Central Jersey.
Made cigarettes in Newport.
Hmm?
I thought they just made cigarettes in Newport.
No. There's a fucking major warehouse point right near Lumberton. I'm talking about like half the fucking town got turned into warehouses. Let's see. She stopped attending Winslow. Kurt and Lacey had been named her guardians, but they couldn't make her go in the aftermath of her father's death. They let her study online, and she tested out of high school within a year. She started to study etymology for something to do, and quietly became known for her observations on insect physiology and behavior. This wasn't a problem for her when all she could... this wasn't really a problem for her when she could all but become the insects as she looked through their eyes and senses.
Okay, see, that's a problem because of the way QA works. Insects fall under her control. They stop behaving like insects and start behaving like her fingers.
No, to be fair, she was able to let the insect do as the insect do while it was under her control.
She
But-
could do that because
Yeah.
I just remember she couldn't do that with humans once she got to the human part. So is
Yeah.
that just a loss of that ability?
Yeah, it was a loss of that ability. Because specifically, I remember her costume was specifically made by her giving orders to the spiders before she would leave each day.
Yeah, it's one of the things I think
It's just
fanfics rehash constantly.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure itself, but they
And-
basically reiterate that she keeps like a whole horde alive through something.
And
they
she's
make
able to
her
give them
outfit.
orders and shit like, don't go into this section of the cage and don't eat this bug and etc. like that, and it would work.
So she can program them and walk away, and they'll continue following programming
To a limited degree, yeah.
to a limited extent. Yeah.
It's a bug after all. New York City Protectorate had to prevent Taylor from slipping out and going across the bay to New Jersey shipping yard. Didn't Leviathan hurt naval trade to get a rare species of bug? That's very interesting because Brockton Bay was placed in Massachusetts.
It depends.
No, this is
Originally, it was. Go ahead.
specifically because there is a Brockton Bay, Brockton and a bay in Massachusetts, and it matches the geography that he described for the bay.
Except there's a place in New Hampshire that does as well.
Okay.
That has a bay and all that. That's why people were, before he clarified it, or if he ever clarified it, people, the toss up was between New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
But either way, point being was that Taylor couldn't exactly slip out and go to a New Jersey shipping yard. That's like a fucking 8-hour drive.
Well, not 8 hours, but it's a little bit of a ways.
Not 8 hours. You sure about that?
Not accounting for traffic. Hang on, let me pull up my map.
Even if we're being the most generous. And we put it over here by Perth. That's still a 4-hour and 30-minute drive. And if we do it to New Hampshire, that is another 5 hour. That's a 5-hour drive.
I say, where would you say? Atlantic City?
Oh, when she was a
somewhere
ward
else?
in New York City. Okay. Yeah, Atlantic City is one of them. Tom's River is another one. Cape May is another one. Newcastle, Cherry Hill, Perth.
Yeah, this says about 6 hours.
But yeah, I mean, if we're just talking New York City, over down here to like Perth. It's like come on, fucking let me drag the fucking map. Fuck you, game. Starting point. If we're talking about like just Hoboken, New York City. I mean it's like a 38-minute drive.
You'd figure New York would have almost as many oddities as far as bugs go as Jersey would.
Not really, actually. There was actually New York. New York City isn't actually really known for its sea-based trade. I mean, I'm sure there was docks there, but
It used to be.
yeah, it's just like when.
They still have sea-based trade even now, don't they?
Like I said, though, like, they're not known for it, and if we're going with Leviathan destroyed sea-based trade and only like the most biggestest ports stayed open.
Yeah, it'd be the 80s since then.
Vista walked her there. Yeah, I mean, it's like 40 miles. I don't really think she could have taken a ferry. Ferries don't really go to New Jersey shipping ports. Like you could probably take a ferry to Staten Island. And like a ferry from Staten Island to New Jersey, I guess, but like directly from New York into like Newark.
You could take a cab.
Yeah, you just take a cab. Yeah, I don't know why you would want to use a ferry.
Oh, I don't know. How is it up there? Would the trains run that far?
Yeah. I mean, there's trains going in and out of New York all the time. I mean, there's also ferries. Ferry is just a very odd decision. I'm gonna make a new font called Times New Bastard. It's Times New Roman, but every 7th letter is sans serif. With that line, you've activated every bone in my body and all of them are in attack mode.
It
Yeah.
was painful to look at.
But anyway, let's see. So, she made her way into scholastic journals. No, she didn't. The scholastic.
Entomologists go in journals?
They do. But she's not an etymologist. She doesn't even have a college degree. They wouldn't fucking publish her. That is unfortunately literally how academia goes. You could have the greatest insights into insects ever, but if you don't have a degree, academia won't even look at you.
Ah, so it's a boys' club.
Sort of, yeah.
Well, more like, okay, if you didn't buy into our bullshit, then we're not going to, give you a chance.
Oh yeah, and then also, if you don't toe the line in the language of your phrasings and everything, then they won't publish you either. Or if you challenge anything that might be held as common knowledge, they also won't publish you.
Modern common knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, the whole thing with, like, Göbekli Tepe and shit like that, and the ruins in Malta, some people have been saying that they've been, 20,000 years old for, like, decades, but academia wouldn't publish any of their papers on why, because clearly they were only 1,000 years old because that other archaeologist said so.
Because I'm guessing it probably destroys some narrative like out of Africa.
Somewhat like that, yeah. It also destroyed the narrative of clear delineations between the Homo species.
Yeah, there was a time when many of the Homo species were just living together in peace and, interbreeding.
Yeah. Well, Europe
Except
and
it was outside of Africa.
Asia were interbreeding.
Yes, Europe and Asia. Nothing in Africa was coming out of Africa.
Interestingly enough, while there was minor levels of interbreeding in the Native American, South American, North American, South American, and the Pacific Islander groups, it was actually very low because the Homo species that took sapien there with them, they took them there as slaves. And
Wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, they didn't really interbreed too much with their slaves. They did a little bit, especially near the end when, from what we could tell, the Homo sapien culture was starting to overtake signs of the Etruscan, whatever it was called.
Etruscan.
Yeah, they were starting to overtake. Like, there was more and more Homo sapien created symbology than the Etruscan symbology over time in terms of aging. And so what they assume is that as the Etruscan population went down, more interbreeding happened. Denisovian, yep, there we go.
No, Denisovians were more towards China and Asia. Yeah, they're in
Right.
a completely different region.
Okay. So yeah, it was the Etruscan was the islander. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of them all, and it's so fucking hard.
Well, there's like a dozen or more.
I know. Now, to be fair, Homo sapien can probably be linked to the death of at least 3 of them. Intentionally or not.
I was about to say, not necessarily death so much as breeding them out through, just sex.
That is actually the current ongoing theory, I believe. I don't know if they've changed it recently for why Neanderthal died out, is that we just, for every, one Neanderthal family, there was, 20 Homo sapien families.
And the Homo sapiens kept interbreeding with the Neanderthals, and that's why everyone outside of Africa has Neanderthal DNA, because there was a lot of interbreeding, including the Denisovian groups.
Yeah. It's always interesting. I mean, if you look at the Viking culture, there's definitely a significant increase of Dutch and Vikings and all those Scandinavian area people. Definitely a higher percentage Neanderthal and a higher percentage culture of meat and milk eating, which is
yes,
contributes heavily to how fucking massive you become.
Muscle growth.
And bones. Very important.
Yes, bones too.
Bones.
I don't think we can read those, can we?
No, we are not allowed to read those. They are forbidden.
I've been partially zoned out taking care of an errand.
Yes.
What the fuck sparked this discussion?
I believe we were speaking about shipping. And then we started talking about species of bugs. And then now we're here. I don't really know how we got to this topic.
It wandered.
Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm wondering why James D. Fox got brought up earlier in the FF9.
Because we were making a joke about how one of my top comments on Space Battles to this day still is a comment I left on one of his stories after a particularly bad chapter, which was,
all of them.
and I quote, the light at the end of the tunnel shouldn't be a barrel flash, but yet here we are.
I see. But do you know how little a particularly shit chapter narrows down what you left exposed?
Specifically, it was the one where Vista just so happened to show up just in time to just so happen over here without being spotted. Taylor just so happening to admitting to killing Sophia, who just so happened to have zero explanation before that, so Vista heard none of that, and then the arms master and Miss Militia agreed to help cover it up, and she just so happened to leave out of anger and horror before they could explain why they were covering up Sophia dying to Taylor.
With no one actually seeing, overhearing her, or anything like that.
Yes.
I mean, I can understand how Vista's power could do that, but she can't because she's never actually thought of doing
What?
so.
Well, it's more that people were kind of just pissed that
Yeah.
there was a lot of just so happens going on to make sure that Vista only heard the part where Taylor says, I killed Sophia, and then her heroes said, okay, we'll help you cover it up. And she missed the literal, 15-minute discussion before and after explaining why this was happening.
It was a contested plot.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about academia, then Malta
Fuck me,
ruins, and then early hominids. There we go. Thank you, C8.
I need to remember that when Atin's not here, I can't zone out as frequently.
Oh yeah, no, you really shouldn't do that.
Nah.
Oh right, no, that's what it was. We were talking about scholastic journals because the author is claiming that Taylor, without a degree, would be able to publish etymology of insects in them, and then I said academia would never fucking let her do that without a degree.
Academia would just laugh her out of there.
And then I brought up about how Malta and Göbekli Tepe were theorized for decades to be way older than they actually were, but academia refused to publish those papers and rejected those theories because it went against what was considered, air quotes, common knowledge. And then we got to the hominids.
Of course.
So anyway, she created massive hives for her insects, hiding underneath the town somehow. And
with no one finding
this went unnoticed due to gang activity.
Yes, the sewers.
Yes, there was so many shootouts going on in the sewers. It covered up the insects.
I
never
hope
mind
that,
the fact that
I hope that there's an os.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue, Kaz.
Never mind the fact that Kate Battles probably destroy the road enough that everyone sees inside the sewers at one stage or another in a week's time.
Entomology, not etymology.
Well,
yeah, whatever, man. It's a fucking word.
I personally hope that this is where the author reveals that they have an originally created gang in Brockton that rules the underground. They're simply the moles.
Listen, enough with the Skaven. It's brought up every fucking week.
Oh, are they called the spiders? Are they called the Bug Clan?
No, they're just the moles.
The moles.
That's it. Simple as they're the moles. You don't go down in the sewers because the moles will just kick your ass. They won't take anything.
What I would do if I had the ability.
Mole gang allies with crab people gang go and attack beach.
God damn it, Kaz! You literally beat me to the fucking joke.
Yes.
Oh,
see, the crab gang is actually who took over the shipyard. That's why nothing actually gets done there.
I was gonna say that if I had the ability to make holes, I would absolutely put like a fucking little stereo and a recording there at the entrance to one of the holes with just enough echo going on. Like they have to get just deep enough that they can hear just faintly in the distance, old people Mole people.
No.
The crab people are real. They control the shipyard, and Leviathan isn't real. That's just their giant paper mache project.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very effective paper mache project.
And the crab mecha. Actually, Leviathan is actually made of 100,000 crabs
Yep.
interlocked.
Every
It's a
person that
comedy.
gets killed gets reincarnated as a crab. It's Return to Crab, the ultimate plan.
It's much like the Roman Legion mecha. If you guys have ever seen that.
Yeah, that was
don't-
funny.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to though.
Yes, let me go bring up the Roman Legion mecha.
Oh no.
Always got to bring up the Roman Legion mecha for the glory of Rome.
Give us a video of this. Oh fuck, come on. Fine, or medieval mecha. Viking mecha. Oh, come on.
Having performance issues there, Sneaky?
Yeah, Google's being absolute garbage at giving me results that I actually want.
Mm.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's Google having performance issues. Well, I mean, they did play with the algorithm, so yeah, that's
The
normal now.
algorithm this day.
Was it Roman? Wait, was it Roman Legion mecha or was it Centurion mecha?
Well, Centurions are Roman.
Yeah, but it might be with Google. You have to be specific.
I don't see why you would need to be specific.
Because Google is a special head case and it needs all the help it can get.
Yeah. Yeah, Centurion mecha does not get me the result I am looking for. Actually, you know what? I think I saved it. I really hope I saved it. Probably it's a .mp4. So let's do a search of .mp4.
I see we're going to be here a while.
Shut the fuck up.
Listen, just let time go past by drinking.
Exactly.
I don't drink.
Wow, that sounds like a you issue.
It sounds like a you problem.
That's a
Do
you
you know
issue.
what would fix that? Do you know what would fix that problem? If you started drinking.
Becoming an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I mean, an Australian.
Yes.
Alright, well, it looks like I did not, in fact, download it, which is incredibly unfortunate, let me tell
It
you.
might have gotten removed. It might have gotten removed off YouTube as well.
It probably did.
I know the SDM has it somewhere,
Yeah,
and I want to say it was posted by Birdo.
probably.
Probably, yeah.
Can I find it by typing in the words mecha? Medieval mecha? No, medieval mecha did in fact not return results. Doing a mech run, wait, that's literally just a mech? What did I say that to? Oh no, that was, wait. Older. Oh, we're getting there. Moth is just posting a shit ton of fucking mechs.
He
Wait,
always
is that
does.
it? I think I found it. Yes. Yes.
Download it.
There we go. Yep, found it. Yep, here we go.
Oh,
What do you know? The drinking worked to waste time.
Exactly. Download to Twitter videos. All right, download this. All right, save video. Cool. Yeah, okay, so, I'm so happy that literally searching the word mech was able to find it. That's so dumb, I hate it.
Where have you posted it somewhere?
I'm posting it now. I was busy reading about how Owlcat Games just fucking shot themselves in the dick with Path of the Righteous and trying to force malware onto everyone's computers.
Of
Malware,
course.
what?
Yeah, I remember. And then, didn't they say it was a mistake and they're gonna get rid of it or something? But trying to save their own ass, even though it was illegal to do.
Let me guess, copy protection or some anti-cheat shit?
Probably, I think so, yeah. Well, there you go, Max.
What the fuck is?
That is the
The
random.
fuck?
What movie is this? I feel like I need to see this movie.
Asterix.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
It is.
All right. Okay.
Oh lord.
I'll need to try and track that movie down now. I'd really like to know what led up to that moment.
Yeah, the ancient Rome Gallic Mecca. Yeah. Anyway, so I have to say, like 1,000
I can't believe-
crabs. Yeah.
I can't believe that Asterix stole an FGL Noble Phantasm.
Of course, yes.
Well, actually, this is the next FGO Noble Phantasm. for whatever
Actually, this is the
reason,
next
but-
Lost Belt.
Yeah.
Eventually, someone noticed. It was a girl named Lisa who just randomly came up to her and said, "Hey, I want to help you." And so, they killed Coil. Just boom, like that. And then they took over all the mercenaries by taking control of all of Coil's money because they didn't really care. They just wanted the money. He was the bastard who orchestrated the incident that killed her father to kidnap Dina. Okay, so Coil just randomly decided to go kidnap Dina like 8 months ahead of time.
Apparently.
I'm gonna call her Dina, and you can't fucking stop me.
I'm sending a pipe bomb to you right now.
I can't believe signs it. It's fucking Irish. Wait, no, you said pipe, not car.
Send out you black and tans.
Dina had a knowing look. Oh yeah, Dina, she's actually a seer in this one because she just knew Taylor, specifically Taylor, was going to rescue her, and she knew Taylor by just looking at her. Dina decided that she wasn't going to go back home. She was going to join up with Taylor to kill everyone else.
Yes.
She's at that age. Girls always have one thing on their mind.
Murder.
Boys.
Oh, she's related to Wednesday. Gotcha.
I guess so. Reluctantly, Taylor made her as comfortable as possible before she left to for other services. Blah blah blah.
So why are we looking at the shit that is wormed this week?
Two-man patrol of Shadow Stalker agents stumbled through the doors of her warehouse in pursuit of a common criminal. She paid off to cause trouble and run.
Yes, on the play creations, yes.
Dina and Contessa teaming up to convince Taylor to do stuff that will destroy her. Pray. Actually, perish. So, yeah, Taylor pays some random dude to cause trouble and lead the wards to her, and then just executes him right in front of the wards.
I'm sorry, what?
And yeah, after she shoots the criminal in the head right in front of the wards, they barely escaped with their lives. And well, actually, she let them escape, and their lives were never in jeopardy because actually her death trap was actually not a death trap. It was a fake death trap to make them think it was a real death trap. And she let them go. And she totally could have killed them if she wanted to.
What the actual fuck is this Xanatos speed chess bullshit?
That's a secret.
Secret tool that will help us later.
Shoots him in the head. A+ rating.
Yeah.
K+ rating, yeah.
Well,
By the way, Taylor has just casually killed multiple people now. K+ rating.
It ain't
Yeah.
that plus.
Really earning that plus, yeah.
Listen, if there's no lesbians, then it's only a K+, because they can't write sex scenes.
Yeah.
Woo.
It was the kind of scenario that she told them she would play with their fates like they were puppets, and they had no say in their role of being in the death trap, and the death traps then visibly reset behind them, and the trials they'd struggled to overcome going back into their places with nary a sound. It was a crushing defeat.
So, what power does Taylor have in this fic? Is this just her cannon power she's got?
Yeah, it's just
or
bugs.
something?
Yeah, she's just using her bug power to have bug mechas, I guess. I wish I was fucking joking at this point.
To be fair, enough cockroaches turned into a giant mecha can do a lot.
Oh. Look, New York cockroaches are the size of small dogs. Louisiana cockroaches can fly.
Imagine both.
A flying
No.
small dog?
No. Like with Taylor's range, hundreds of thousands of cockroaches the size of small dogs coming together to create a mech.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Just hear the scuttling on pavement of hundreds of thousands of feet, and the mound slowly builds in front of you as it gains hands and legs.
You just hear Taylor go, "Believe in the cockroaches that believe in me."
Oh, fuck off. It's a fucking
And she
fake.
jumps into the cockpit.
Get out. Get the fuck out. And choose wisely. Oh, he's back. You should leave while you can. Get out.
It was a good one.
It was.
Literally hitting me with everything except for the fucking cricket, eh?
You don't deserve it.
So I'm late, but I'm late for a very good reason.
No, you
Be glad
No,
you're
I was late for a matter of principle.
What?
I
Do you want another
understand.
audiobook for me to suffer to?
Gray, I kicked his ass.
Good man.
Ooh.
Who?
I finished 90 to 60.
Good man.
I think this is a sporting thing.
So
No, the Warhammer,
yeah, I asked for
Wow.
a casual match on the 40k server at 3:30. And I was like, this should be quick and easy. Guy shows up. The man has brought Eldar, literally the most broken faction, to the casual. And I thought, okay, well, he's playing Eldar. Maybe he brings the two most broken units.
yeah.
And I was like, well, I could just leave. Or I could kick his ass.
so you had to kick his ass.
By what?
Yes.
Dint of sheer numbers?
No, actually, I'm playing guard. My list actually does not go very heavy on the numbers.
Guardsmen that don't go heavy on numbers?
Yes, because I went heavy on tanks.
He's the mechanized treads.
I went
see.
heavy on tanks and I went heavy on tanks and transport. The only regular infantry I have is 2 squads Acadian shock troops. Everything else is I've got some Bulgrins in there for good old slappy. We've got Scions in there to just absolutely murder people popping out of their Torox Prime transports. And then we have 3 Lehman Russ demolishers to blow up anyone who gets in our way. And most importantly, Sneaky, those 3 Torox Primes are backed up by 3 engine seers who give them 4 up invulns. And if you happen to kill their tanks, they go from 2 attacks to 6 attacks with their axes. And oh boy, let me tell you, Sneaky, the engine seers were not happy with the elves. Eldrad died to an engine seer.
Dude literally got fucking killed by a toaster fucker.
Yes. You know what the best part is? He didn't even die to the toaster man's axe. He died to the toaster man's servo arm.
Oh no.
Impressive.
Wait, wrong one.
I did like in that one story where it's like, it's a bunch of fucking tech priests. How bad could it be? Turns corner. Tech priest has a hidden mounted las cannon on their shoulder. Oh. Laser. It goes through the wall, goes through the next wall, goes through the Eldari behind that wall, goes through the Eldari behind that Eldari.
Yes. But yeah, so that's why I'm late.
For a 5-hour Warhammer match.
What was I want to be clear. What was supposed to be a casual, and the man brings the most broken faction. Principal demanded not only that I stay, but that I win.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And spite made you crush him.
Yes.
Truly, he was acting out the God Emperor as well.
I
Really,
was
and
indeed.
Have a nice day.
Fair.
Anyway, so we're currently
All
reading a
right.
story about Taylor and how because Coyle killed her dad, she decided she was going to be a villain and decided to gain a massive amount of bugs before quietly offing a bunch of villains. And then, yeah, and then she just executed a random criminal in front of 2 wards and then pretended to let them live in the death trap that she pretended to create to pretend like she was trying to kill them.
From her bug mecha.
From her bug mecha.
What?
Don't ask about the cockpit.
The cockroach cockpit.
Yeah.
Please tell me it was located at crotch height.
Yes.
The crotch.
Hey, listen. Turn A Gundam does in fact have a cockpit.
Look, all I'm saying is Sahelanthropus
No, you don't
has
understand.
the
It
best
descends
one.
directly from the crotch.
Oh no.
And here I did going with Gurren Lagann fucking reference instead.
Yeah, see, no, Sahelanthropus from Metal Gear clearly is the best one because it has a flamethrower dick.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Right.
But does it have a dick that can shoot nukes?
No,
Well,
but
even,
it can shoot nukes.
even better, recent meta is mechs in Tears of the Kingdom with, dick cannons.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
course, of
right,
course.
right.
Why wouldn't you?
Yes.
Where?
Or dick lasers or dick flamethrowers. You get the idea.
Yeah, of course.
Link finally got sick of fighting Ganon one-on-one. He brought his mechanical army to help.
Yes.
Fucking Ganon's just like, alright, time to kick the shit out of Link. Thun.
No, listen.
No,
During the time while Link
unfortunately,
was
I don't wanna
unconscious,
fuck
he
through that.
received a vision from the Omnissiah.
Of course.
No.
Link, it is time to rebuild the Divine Beasts.
I can make them better.
Looks at Fuse Beam, looks at Divine Beasts.
Link, what you got there? A smoothie.
Mechazord.
Max, I'm very disappointed that no one has a still of the Turn A's cockpit.
Gallant was a drug addict.
I don't know how to react to that.
What?
Alright, so this isn't... Alright, so I'm putting this in Fic 9K. It's not... It doesn't show the full majesty, but it does show you that it is in fact located in the crotch. What it's not showing you is that there's an elevator that descends from that.
No, I can see the line. Yeah, there's the elevator.
No, I know, but like it's not showing you that, right? No, the whole thing descends on the elevator. That's what I'm saying, right? So that front panel splits apart, and the ball comes down. It's a ball. It's literally a ball.
Of course.
That
Can't
glass.
believe Gundam only has one nut.
If it makes you feel better, it has a nuke in its chest.
So anyway, now that
Yes, it does
Atin's
make you feel
here,
better.
we can get to the real meat of the story.
There's a nuke it picked up. Also, it has nanites that just eat everything.
That too.
So there's that.
That sounds like bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, Turn A Gundam is one of the things that caused the apocalypse. That
Underplayed,
caused
that is-
everything on Earth
that's
to
a bit
regress
cringy,
by
but
about
it's alright.
10,000 years.
So
Really cool.
let's see what we got here. The first story of the night is John Times VTubers. Self-explanatory title. If you want to use my ideas, just credit me.
Wait, what? What is this?
This is John Times VTubers.
He moved from.
You see, I hoped it was just going to be John fighting a bunch of VTubers. I know we're not going to get that, but
No.
That would
You,
have
you
actually
know
would
what?
still kick his ass.
You know what I would actually like to see? I would actually like to see a return of Rock Hard Gladiator.
Rock Hard Gladiator.
Yeah,
No, I remember that.
that was the
That
old
is
fucking
old.
days. Yeah, those old. Those were some fucking days.
Except we put VTubers in Rock Hard Gladiator, so you know you get to see Guru doing crazy shit.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I want to see VTubers with Rock Hard
fuck,
Gladiator.
Yes! How fuck? It's been ages since I've thought of this fucking game.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking age you with that one, right?
Oh, wow.
The Zoomers won't understand.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like American Ninja, except you know not. Oh wait, I can't say the gamer word.
Yeah.
It was American Ninja, but Stickman.
Yeah.
But better.
Honestly, Terror Kiz had an amazing reign.
Mm.
Did you know he actually got picked up for animation?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's why he went silent like so long ago. Is he actually got picked up?
What's he doing?
By the
What he doing?
feds.
Uh-huh. By I don't know, by some animation studio. That's all I know because he released a little
Oh.
trailer for one of his projects.
Oh, I thought you meant he got picked up by the 4chan party van.
Oh no. I meant by like an animation studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought feds came and kicked his door in.
No. They didn't catch him for tax evasion yet.
Yeah.
No, that's the IRS. I said the feds.
No, they haven't given him any guns and told him go do a crime.
Yeah.
No,
I-
that's the CIA.
I
The
still.
feds give you CP and come kick your door in.
I still love that he just fucking won everything because he's like, so yeah, I know everyone else has like dick lasers and shit. My character's a dude with a sword.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
What's his special power? He doesn't have one. He's just,
Dude
got a
with a
sword.
He's really good with a sword.
All right. What else does he have? He looks cool while wielding it. Done.
Man,
Hey,
that's...
sometimes that's enough.
Yeah. I mean, it was enough because that's how Rock Hard Gladiator was decided. So,
Who looked the coolest? Yeah.
and for several years, Tarot Kids won in a row. It was amazing. It was awesome. fucking came onto the scene like a goddamn god. And... oh man, stick fights. Those are the fucking days. They got really good near the end. They got really fucking good near the end. Like the Castle series. Did you guys ever see Castle series?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh shit, I think it's still up. Let me link that. That shit's good. Stickfights.com.
Let's see if that's still kicking around.
Stick page, yeah! No! No!
Sneaky, what's going on? I'm grabbing more alcohol. What I miss? What
Error
is
503, stick page is gone.
it? No!
Run it to the Wayback Machine.
Oh wait, here we go. Oh Jesus Christ, that's right, Adobe Flash.
No.
Oh, that's right, Adobe Flash. Oh, everything is gone.
Curse of Ages.
Oh, it's
Pour one
all
out.
gone.
Pour one out for the past, boys.
Oh shit, killing spree. Oh fuck. Oh, I am getting actively aged. This was like actually 2 decades ago.
Yes! This was my childhood.
Oh fuck. Yeah, Stick Wars. Oh man.
Oh.
Damn. Yeah, I literally can't click on anything because Adobe Flash handled their whole website.
Wait, what about the
Oh,
YouTube channel? Does that have it recorded? Would that work?
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
There's the video.
The series was shut down. Oh, that's rough. Series was put on indefinite hiatus. His personal homepage was deleted with no future updates. Oh, that's rough, man.
Of course, that was a heartfelt no. This was our thing.
Oh yeah, here we go, Newgrounds! Give it up for Newgrounds, gentlemen! Holy fuck, it is still here!
Yes!
Of course it's still here.
Doesn't let us down.
It's still
Cursed.
here, despite everything and how much has changed. Newgrounds is still here.
Oh, no matter how much of it is used for porn in the adult section now. Ugh.
Oh
Do
man,
not
Fuck.
speak of this.
that shit was the best.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's a good one? Castle Part D. I mean, you gotta admit there is some level of, you know, real G going on here with Newgrounds converting all of their Adobe Flash videos.
Yeah. Like, that is worthy of respect, that all of this is still...
Oh, rip.
What?
Oh, rip. You can't fucking watch it here.
What?
Yup. I don't know why. It says stolen. You'll now be directed to deletionquality.net, but deletionquality.net's gone, I think. uBlock has blocked it. Very cool. Badware. Of course, there's badware there now.
Figures.
Figures, indeed.
Alright, Sneaky, Gray, let's pour one out for him.
Biggest ripus, man.
Why am I
we-
involved?
Can I not? Yeah, I can't even get there.
No.
Wow, that's rip.
Oh.
That's a big rip. No, it was sign.
Then what the hell? Oh, sign. That's
Yeah.
not his childhood. That's his.
No, that
What,
was signs like midlife crisis.
Yeah.
What did I do there?
Huh?
What did
I
do?
thought it was Gray from
Uh,
C8's question.
said
Gray, that was like a
Newgrounds.
heartfelt no.
Newgrounds was your midlife crisis.
No, not even remotely.
Your teens.
Newgrounds is around. Shit.
The fact he has to count means it's way too long ago.
Pretty much.
When did that come out? I think it is. I think it was my university years.
Bro.
Because before that we had like Frog in a Blender and all that shit.
Mm.
Science uni years, yep. That's right, you heard that straight from the horse's mouth. He is 50 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, let me look.
Damn.
Oh bullshit.
Anyway, so John times devil or angel. Do you guys know who this one is? VTuber knowledge test.
I hope you fucking die.
I'm gonna be honest, I do not.
Actively hope that the warp is real
Yeah.
and that Slanesh is real and that this person goes directly to her garden.
I
Wow.
thought Slash was a dude.
Yeah, well, this guy has decided he's gonna write Toa as a scared little girl.
Toa. Oh.
Yeah.
Who's Toa?
Toa
'Cause,
is a
yeah,
JP girl. You wouldn't know her.
Yeah.
That is merely additional reasons that they deserve
Actually,
to visit.
you might know her. She's the purple-haired one. You probably see her in a lot of your porn you're slapping off to.
I thought that was Lapis? Laplace? Whatever?
That's a lolly. What are
That's
you?
a child.
Hang on. Why do you think that would stop this person?
Are you calling Sign a pedophile?
What? I'm talking about the
Hey,
person who writes this story.
Why?
This
I
is-
looked up this.
wait. They literally
What?
say it's Toa.
Yeah, I've never seen that
Oh.
one.
I bet. The thing is, they said VTubers, so I was trying to think, fuck, what VTubers outside of Holy Life could also this count as?
Oh no. No. Come on, you gotta think like a normie. When a normie says VTubers,
Yeah.
what they mean is Hollow Life.
Also, when I look up this author on Google with FFN Charlemagne Alstra, it comes up with both their the Ruby section and the High School DxD section. So
The next one is John times Chaos, but which one? And we all know which one. It's Bay. Or is it Gura?
Bay?
Or is it Iron Mouse?
I thought it was with Chaos. It was the crawling Chaos. I thought it was Ina.
The dude literally just posted. As we changed chapters, he posted.
Oh no.
A new chapter.
Yep. John times the dragons.
That's Kuryu and probably someone else then, if it's dragons. Instead of dragons.
Let's see here. Neon, blah blah blah. Reese, okay, 1 hour later. Wow, he is
Chaos.
like his grammar's actively getting worse with each chapter he updates. The two dragon girls find him and bite John to be their mate. Okay.
Cringe.
Yep.
And John is insert, obviously.
Let's see. John's still deeper in the cave. Yeah, blah blah blah. Falling object. Come on. What's the names? What's the names? Ah. Yep. Okay. It's the only two girls from Niji Sanji EN that anyone knows.
Oh.
Alira and
Selin?
Selin.
Yeah.
Yep.
I only know from the fact that Song keeps posting them or her.
I can't believe they're leaving Melody out like that.
Melody's a dragon?
No, you said the only two girls from
That
Nijisanji
Niji
EN that
Sanji.
anyone knows. Or did she quit? Did she
Who's
quit?
Melody?
She was never with them.
Melody was never with them.
She was with
Niji
V
Sanji.
Shoujo.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
V Shoujo. You're right. I apologize.
Which actually isn't Niana's now with fucking Niji Sanji?
No, Neanders is now in Asmongold's VTuber group.
What? What?
Yeah, she joined Mythic.
Yeah, she joined Mythic.
Wait,
Asmongold, yeah, Asmongold has a VTuber group called Mythic now that he's the manager of.
what the
I-
hell?
What is this timeline we're
Did you
in?
guys not know?
Yeah, did you guys?
I don't watch.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't
wait,
watch
wait, guys. I have a really
Yeah.
important question. What's the over/under on him exercising some manager privileges to make sure that all of
0.
her content? Yeah, I know it's 0. He's an actually stand-up guy.
What do you
No,
think the
no,
chances
it's
are
not
that
even because he's a
Twilight-
stand-up guy. It's because that would require him to put in effort.
What do you think the chances are that he requires any VTuber under his command to play WoW and go on raids?
0
on
as
time?
well, because that would require him to A, know who's under his command.
True.
B, he would have to explain WoW to them.
What?
C, he would have to play WoW again.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
knew that.
Explain
So
WoW to
for
them?
VTubers, he's got Shibi Doki. Wait, what?
Chibi Doki? What?
Wait, when?
Fillion? Wait,
Wait,
what?
who?
Gillian has done a lot of
Fillion is the
Um,
VTuber that's famous for destroying her shit, constantly tripping, and
Oh, yeah,
otherwise, you know,
yeah.
being a dipshit on
She
screen.
did a lot of. Yeah.
Nux Taku. Neanders. Oh, that's awkward. Sarui. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Sarui?
Yeah.
Shy Lily,
Silverveil.
Silverveil, Cinder,
No,
Vebe.
Silverveil makes
Oh,
sense.
oh, he's just
I'm pretty sure
poached
she's.
the shoujo. That's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
Yo, what
Sayu.
the
Wait, why is
fuck?
Alejandro Saab on here? What?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Alejandro Saab is also a VTuber?
No,
He's
no,
Sayu, yeah.
he's got VTuber creators and yeah, Sayu, yeah. Here he is. Yeah, how about that?
Dumb dog. That's a
Uh,
YouTuber. Dumb Dog.
Vebe.
Rumsey.
Sword.
And then
Wow, he's got
Got a bunch from everybody all
AP.
over.
Lundy. He's got a lot of people.
wow,
I fucking
holy shit, he's got a shitload of people under him.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
So he's got money.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Soda
oh, dude.
poppin'. Jesus.
Oh,
In terms of
this is
personal
just a
assets,
general
Oh yeah.
talent service. Okay.
oh yeah, it's a general talent service, but also it's a
Miss Kip.
yeah,
Well,
yeah. In terms of actual assets, Asmongold's got like $15 million. And that
Christ.
doesn't count the computer building company he's the leader of. It doesn't count the streamer group he's the leader of, One True King. It doesn't count the Mythic group that he owns. It
Save Subtic? Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing, right? So
Soda
Asmongold
Poppin'.
is one of the few
Tech Zone.
YouTubers who very early on realized that
Uber
he
Danger.
wouldn't
Wait,
be a
Uber
YouTuber his entire life.
yeah, he's a
And-
YouTuber. Yeah,
Maybe,
Yeah, that's what he started as.
yeah.
And he wanted to be for his whole life, yeah?
And he made sensible investments, and he didn't. Right. I think one of the best
I think
things
the
I can
most
say
important thing is he didn't spend his money.
I would say
Yeah.
he didn't spend his money, and you
Except
know
for
what?
his WoW subscription,
Soda
that's it.
poppin'. Holy.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that makes
said him.
sense because Soda Poppin is also dating Vebe, who's part of it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but and then this is the thing. This is perhaps the most important thing that I can say about Asmongold.
Howley.
Yeah.
who? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Never did anything fucking stupid.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
well, see, that's
He played
it's
well.
really easy to not do stupid shit when you just don't leave your house.
I mean, you right,
Mm.
but here's the counterpoint to that: how many people have sent DMs and messages to minors.
Also,
Yeah.
you're not wrong, but again, I have to go back to my original statement of for Asmongold to take
It would
advantage
take
of
effort.
his creators.
Yeah, it would
is-
take effort.
It would require him to first learn who was his creators.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, right? Like, good guy Asmongold never turned into a fucking creeper.
True.
No, to be fair,
He always looked like a creeper, so everyone expected it.
caveat here, he fully and will happily admit that he spent years literally perfecting the formula on how to send girls messages on Facebook
Barney64, I know.
to make them interested.
That's Barney's
But
adventure.
just making them interested doesn't count as isn't
It's
creeping. Like,
it's a little weird.
it's weird, but it's not like
Second
dick
largest
pics or-
VTuber company, dude.
Wait,
You
5
high.
up. Wow, 5 up.
Yeah, Asmon is the largest VTuber company on the English side.
English side, yeah. If you want to say whole world, it would probably still be Hololive.
Well, I was gonna say, if you-
dude, not even close. Niji Sanji's got them beat by a mile.
Oh, Neji Sanji.
They have
But
like
in terms
300
of, in terms
VTubers.
of people, yeah.
Niji Sanji just literally grabs people off the street to be VTubers.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
bad it
fair.
is.
Sanji is
Yeah.
quantity over quality.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Hololive takes 4 or 5 people at a time, carefully nurtures talent to make them a success. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you get who's the Australian that left?
Sana.
Sana. Yeah,
Sana.
sometimes you get Sana.
Actually,
Well,
didn't she leave because of medical things, though?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
what was cited.
Yeah,
That's what
she
was
had
cited,
medical issues.
yet
Yeah.
there's a lot of evidence showing that Sana was actually one of the managers.
Yeah, and she was friends with one of the
Ina.
VTubers, and
Anyway,
Yeah.
the point is, right? Sometimes you get Gura. Sometimes you end up with people like,
Russia.
yeah, I was gonna say Kiara, right?
Mm.
Makes you a profit, but isn't kicking down
I
doors,
was
right?
gonna say Kiara.
Ooh.
No. Like, she's a perfect example of
Yeah, Gura's
someone who
probably the
makes
biggest.
a profit, but not someone
Yeah.
who's a runaway success, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give you that, yeah.
Right, and right, but like it might take much longer than someone like Gura or Callie, but she will eventually make them their money back. And Sanji just
Oh, no, that's the funny thing, actually, is,
shocked them. Yeah,
of
I know. She's
original
got the biggest whales.
yeah, of the original EN Gen, the one that proclaims itself as a cult, Ina, isn't a cult. The one that proclaims itself not a cult is a cult, Kiara.
Hmm.
I was gonna say that's a whole other thing. Right, but my
That's just
point
lore.
is that right, EN
Yeah.
just right, it does what it's always done. It carefully nurtures talent.
Yeah.
And Ninja Sanji is just like, all right, you seemed funny enough for 5 minutes. We'll see if you can make it.
Meanwhile,
Here's a $300 model.
FaZe Connect, the founder is playing Factorio and is forcing the VTubers at gunpoint to help him.
What?
Did you not see those joke posts?
Let me
I
look.
do
I'll
not go
dig it
into
up.
VTuber hell or anything like that.
I'll dig it up. Give me a sec.
Like I said, the only thing I do with VTubers is the occasional clip that I've come across on YouTube Shorts and karaoke streams.
I mean,
all
that's
I go
pretty
to.
much all I get as well these days.
Same.
I just have the VTuber channel on the SDM unmuted, so they post a shit ton of clips and art there, and so I just save all the art and watch the clips. Usually.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the owner of the company. FaZe Connect, do you have a mental illness? Are you funny? If you said yes to both, you're hired.
Jelly
I mean,
cum
okay,
pulp.
look, that's the
No.
entirety of Mia. That is
Oh.
the entirety of. I know, like,
Yagu's
apparently-
House of Broken Girls.
also. Apparently, Mia's had to go to the hospital. I don't know what's wrong with her. Something's wrong with her leg. Because I just see stream titles stream
Who?
titles like "Look at my Nurgle legs," and I had to go to the hospital because of my Nurgle legs.
Who?
Whoa.
Some Mia. Damn it, I forget who she is. Anyway,
Oh.
but
She's
yeah,
with FaZe, I'm guessing.
I think she is.
Uh.
Because her manager was forcing her to play Factorio, so. What are the odds that 2 different managers force their VTubers to play Factorio?
That's fair. That's fair. I will
'Cause, like,
never forget Hollow EN playing Left 4 Dead, and their manager has to come in as a 4th slot, and actually their manager has 2,000 hours in Left 4 Dead.
And their manager just starts cleaning up.
Literally,
Manager, we need a 4th. Fine. Harry's.
The music starts playing. I don't even remember my name.
Back to the war.
Speaking of that, the Forsaken Branwyn Warrior, Team Ruby, is tasked with finding and defeating the Wait, aren't they still part of, like, fucking Beacon? The culprit responsible for annihilating the city of Argus?
I think this
Aren't
isn't when
they
they're still,
students?
I don't know. No, I don't think so, because it says Oscar's part of this, so...
They are
I think it
offered
might be-
aid by the mayor of a recently established village and his son, who has an unusual semblance. After spending more time, a dark secret is revealed that will endanger all of Remnant.
What?
We have to click this. It was a
It's only
beautiful
one chapter.
sunny day in the village of Qatar. All of
Hey,
Team
you know what,
Ruby.
Sneaky? At least it's not the village of Catan, and they're not asking for wood.
Yes, but I have some sheep. Would you like some sheep? I need wood.
No! I don't want your stupid sheep.
But all I have is sheep.
That sounds like a you problem. Hey, Max, I've got some horses. Would you like some road?
Max isn't here. Rip.
Ugh.
The sad thing is that at the camp I used to go to, we used to play Settlers of Catan, and I always got so unlucky with playing that game, and that they actually went and we went to the mall and they made a shirt. They had a shirt printed out that says, "Do you have any wood? I have sheep." And on the back it says, "Please."
Damn.
Because that's what always happened. It would be me sitting there with like 32 sheep, and I got 0 wood and like 3 stone, and I'm like, please, I need wood. Does anyone need sheep?
The answer is no. No one ever needs sheep.
No.
All I have is sheep.
Sneaky and the journey for wood.
Yeah, but that's a whole thing. One thing I am actually very excited about, because Sneaky saying this, the mall reminded me of this. So Sneaky, you know how that technology existed 30 years ago?
Yeah.
We have now updated that technology, and guess what? It actually stays on and doesn't fade.
Oh, really?
We've done like 60 washes now.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm actually going to be interested in getting a shirt. I have to replace my Lord Helix shirt soon because it's really faded.
Hey, listen. If you want, Sneaky, the first 20 are already spoken for.
Yeah.
But we're selling these things for like 60 grand. Make your own shirts, man.
Yeah, let me just go get 60 fucking grand, dude.
I will. That's why I'm telling you. I'm trying to get you in on the ground floor, Sneaky.
I don't have 60 fucking grand. Well, actually, I do have 60 grand, but that's not the point here.
Instead of 60 grand, will you take some sheep?
Oh, yeah, can I trade you some sheep?
No.
All of Team Ruby are currently battling with an unusually aggressive gorilla. A red flame was emitting.
Harambe?
Yes. From its mouth and eyes. Its body fumed profusely with black smoke as it pounded its scarred chest to the point of being visible in the air. The chest or the pounding?
Both.
A bone crest had formed in the middle of its body, resembling the face of a geist. Wait, do geists even have faces?
I don't.
They have a
I think
mask,
they were just-
so
They have a
I
mask,
guess.
but they just smoke, can't they?
Yeah.
Most-
You know what? I think that's a question I actually want answered by Ice Queendom.
What?
What happens if the nightmare wins?
Oh no, they told us. It consumes their entire aura.
Right, but like, it was having a clear physical effect on the body. Do they just die, or does like the body get up possessed by the Grim now, or like?
I mean,
I
that's a
think-
good question.
Perhaps I might be remembering one of the old like folktale legends they kind of entertained a while back. I think it just turned them into like a husk or something, because there was a whole. They had a myth about apparently someone bringing back like a grim curse and it basically killed the entire village off, and they were all like left as husks or something.
Oh
been a
yeah, I
while.
remember. No, I mean that was a Tales from Remnant thing, wasn't that?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
they might have just adapted that or something. Who knows?
I mean, are you really expecting an explanation from Rooster Teeth?
Yang fires shots in its direction. Okay.
Mm.
But what if the sheep was Watame? I have 32 Watames. Can I trade you for a watermelon?
I have 32 Watames. This is heaven.
Oh god.
I kind of want to make her play that now. Look, Watame, I have 32 of you.
Remember that it was a big what the fuck?
Remember when it was Big Deal Salem was revealed to be
Oh,
the
yeah.
narrator for
Yeah,
Remnant?
in the old days
The
when.
olden days. Remember when the best part of Ruby was Ruby Chibi?
Remember when the best part of Ruby was not watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean current
That's
Ruby?
still the best part at this point.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I
that was
thi-
5 minutes ago.
I think
Remember
that
when the
became
best part of
internet's
Ruby was the
favorite part
yeah?
Yeah.
because I
Remember
couldn't
when the best
find it
part of Ruby was
on
the porn?
alternate sites.
Oh wait.
Yeah, because I took it down
At
from
all.
everywhere else. Yeah, they're like, "Hey, you gotta make it. You gotta pay for this now." But we didn't want to watch it. But if you want to watch it, you gotta pay.
No
but
thanks.
we didn't want to watch it when it was free.
I already wasn't.
Bigots.
I already
Bigots.
wasn't watching it, so I'll just
You're
continue
bigots.
not watching it.
Yeah.
You're bigots.
No, my favorite thing was like someone was like, "So you say you like anime, but you don't like Ruby?" I'm like, they're like, "What does it not have?" And I'm like, "It doesn't have Gundam."
First off,
Yeah.
it doesn't have a story. It doesn't have characters. It doesn't have any action
No,
in
but
it.
see, Sneaky, they're asking me why I don't want to watch Ruby, so they're obviously not gonna understand any of that. So it's just, it's not Gundam.
But then they're gonna point you to the
Season
midget
7.
that had a
Yeah.
poorly put together
Yeah.
mess.
Oh no, I'm like, yeah, I know. There was a giant robot for like 5 minutes.
The only
then there
thing
was the other- then there was
Cordovan
the other
did
giant
wrong
robot.
was get into melee range. That's the only thing Cordovan did wrong.
Well, the only thing Cordovan did wrong was be loyal to Ironwood. Actually,
Apparently.
that's what they'd have you
Apparently.
believe.
Yeah. I still cannot get over in that fucking episode. They walk up to a military base, say, "Hey, we need to commandeer one of your airships. Trust us." Who are you? We're hunters. Okay, can I see your ID?
Okay.
We don't actually have huntsman IDs. You just have to trust us that we're hunters. No.
Okay.
We also don't accept your kind here, she says, pointing at the terrorist. Hey, what are you, a racist?
Yes.
It's like, no, I'm pointing at the terrorist, the one that was never acquitted of any of her crimes. And so then Team Ruby goes, how dare you call Blake a terrorist?
It's not like she was a terrorist.
We have to go commit mass terrorism now, guys, to prove to the military that they should have let a terrorist on their aircraft.
It's not like our introduction to Blake as the audience was her
Terrorism.
trailer, where she's committing a terrorist act against a train.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that sets her apart from Adam's terrorism is when she found out there were people on the train. It's like, oh, okay, no, this is actually too far now.
Yeah, but like, she didn't actually stop the terrorism to the train?
Okay, but
no, she did. She cut off the storage cars which were kept at the rear of the train.
Oh, okay. Right.
Adam, I think Adam was angry. He's like, no, I was gonna kill those people, you fucking bitch. I think that's the implication at this point with how they pretty much character assassinated
yeah,
that
I was
dude.
gonna say it seemed like she did what she could to stop him. Which, to
Honestly,
be fair,
She had initially asked him, like, what about the people? And he's like, what about the people? When they talk about blowing the entire
that's the
thing
quote.
up.
Yeah. They were
What
setting
about
up the
them?
bombs, and he's like, what about them?
What about them in the most edgy voice ever? 'Cause I'm
Honestly, they missed. This is exactly what I was talking about when it came to Ruby, and because like back in the day when that was made, they had zero money for assets. It was all coming out of Monty's pocket still, and so he had to use the basic model. And what they should have had like Gira's body type for Adam.
Yeah, like you found that old banner from what was like was it a Chinese game that had Adam as like built like a brick house or something?
Yeah. They should have had Gira or, Hazel, the child kicker.
No, not the
Wizard
child
kicker.
the child
Wizard
beater.
kicker.
The child beater.
Wizard beater.
The wizard
He's not
puncher.
he's not stopping at just the kick, Sneaky. Let's be real here.
That child is a wizard.
Oh, he's going for the people's elbow.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
For a human hater. Yeah. Yeah, he just kept cutting out. For a human hater, Adam sure did simp for Cinder. Yeah.
No, that's not what happened.
She literally threatened him with the maiden power.
Okay, but he's literally a terrorist.
Yes, but again, Sneaky, this is where the character assassination part comes in.
I know.
Where it's like, why did Adam follow her? Because she threatened to kill all of him and his followers. It's like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna do that because I care about my comrades. Fuck it.
Well, we killed the many human. Yeah. I mean, they really should have.
If losing 4 of my comrades means we killed 1 human, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. They really missed the chance to have Adam be this just giant fucking dude swinging around a giant fucking hammer and be like, oh yeah, how are we gonna derail the train? Like this, boom, and just fucking one-shots the train off the tracks, the fucking swing of the hammer.
What you're telling me is that Adam should have been built like the chainsaw furnace that beats Weiss's ass on the train.
Yeah, he should have been massive, aggressive, and swinging a big fuck-off hammer. And he should have just been this absolute goddamn unit of a character.
Instead, we have
Virgil wannabe.
We have some Korean Virgil wannabe.
Honestly, no, I was fine with him being a Virgil wannabe when the character still made sense.
By the way, real quick,
if
massive
Adam had always
amount.
been that way, the hammer idea would have been great if he had always.
The hammer idea would have been cool.
Yeah,
huge amount of thunder and lightning, literally shaking my house. I might lose power. I might die.
What's going who now?
Thunders.
Nice. Well,
literally shaking the house.
Well, if you really feel like testing the isekai theory out, just go out there waving a sword around, and let us know if it works.
Just remember, if you
don't use the energy sword replica I sent you. I don't want to be tied to that.
Oh,
No, but
if
Max,
you-
if I use Max,
Yeah.
if I use one of the swords you gave me, maybe I'll get lucky and reincarnate with the powers of that sword. and
Yeah,
I'll just
I
be
was gonna say
Ooh,
maybe
yeah,
you just like isekai into some world with an energy sword now because it's been struck by lightning.
And Isekai will be, I was struck by lightning while holding a sword, now I'm reborn as that sword.
I know.
Why don't- you know
I
what?
was struck by
Take-
lightning while holding a replica
Oh.
energy sword, so now all I have is this plasma sword.
You know what? Just to
In
really
a death
fuck
world,
up,
in a fantasy
go out.
death world,
You
why
know
do
what?
these girls
That
keep
would actually be
following
No,
you?
terrible because I'll be able to murder
Oh.
exactly 10 people, Sneaky.
Well, no, that's a gameplay mechanic. That's not.
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it's...
come on, like this is like an infinite ammo one. Come on, you're getting isekai with this, man. This is your cheat power.
Now, see, here's the
Uh,
thing. I will say, my personal resolution was that if I ever get selected for an isekai, I'm not gonna ask for a cheat power. I'll look them straight in the eye and I'll say, I want the option to bring my friends. I don't want to pull them with me. I want them to have the choice. I want them to see you have been offered an isekai by Atin. Do you accept?
I'm sorry, no, come on. All I can fucking imagine now is I gotta knock at the door. I look down, it's a package. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Open a package, it's a lit pipe bomb.
From at
From Atin.
Express delivery.
does
You know
wait,
what? That's a good point. I
does-
want Sneaky to come with me for sure. I want Max to have an option.
I'm just gonna put that on
Atin-
sleep.
Does your friends get an
For a couple
isekai
seconds.
item of their own?
You know what? I would say that depends on the deity.
Yeah, that's fair,
I would
I
I
would
laugh
say
my ass
no.
off if it's just based on the deeds you've committed in life.
Yeah, that was actually a joke we had on the SDM that we picked everyone's positions of archetypes in the SDM and how they would end up if they ended up in the isekai. Everyone said I would be the demon lord, but I would be the trolley kind of demon lord that actually doesn't care about destroying the world, but absolutely could. But uses
the
all of that
demon lord-
power to just fuck with people.
You'd be the
Yep.
demon lord whose army only raids towns of alcohol
Exactly. Yeah.
and meat.
Like it would be a massive war party, and we would raid the town. Except no one actually died, and a bunch of graffiti was scrawled everywhere, and all the meat's gone.
And the alcohol. Fuck. That actually sounds good. Can I be part of your demon army? I've got poison resistance, and I can be a beast tamer for any scary beast.
The other joke was that Gray would be the fucking gray goo plague that actually is secretly a lolly and sleeps all the time.
Yep.
Oh.
But yeah, look, I'm just saying, right? Look, if I ever get isekai'd,
Yeah.
the first thing I'll ask, right? They'll be like, "What's your cheat power?" And I'll look them dead in the eye. I want my friends. I want my
the
friends.
power of friendship.
Yeah, I want my friends to come on the adventure with me.
You
No,
want me
Sneaky,
to
hang on a
defeat the
minute.
Demon Lord? It needs to be with my friends and this gun I found. Wait, where the fuck did you get that?
I'd like to
My
imagine
friend
if
bought
you
it.
guys went on like an isekai adventure, Sneaky would be the demon lord by the end.
Yes.
But again, that's the thing, right?
Hijack the
For me,
entire
it's like,
thing.
no, right? I end up in the magical isekai land. What kind of terrible friend would I be if I denied my friends that?
Exactly, truth. Yep.
I got reincarnated into a fantasy. Sorry, in a.
I got
Yes.
reincarnated into a fantasy video game because my friend used me as his cheat power.
Oh god. Oh.
Can you imagine that? An isekai, you look around, this place is a shithole, no one's got any accounting done, so you just create the IRS.
Invent
You
the
would be
IRS.
the most hated being in that world, guaranteed.
The
I have
demon lord
invented
and
the
god.
cons- No,
the
no,
demon
So-
lord and god
no,
don't team
so
up to
what are you
try
gonna
and
do
defeat
now that
me.
you've unlocked immortality? Well, I think I'll start the IRS.
You were
Just,
supposed to kill the demon lord,
yeah.
not
Oh.
replace him.
Man.
What are you talking about replacing him? I just made him go through an. Just because he killed himself
Yeah.
afterwards, that wasn't my fault.
Oh.
What
You know
what
what?
if you got through the entire demon's army by saying you had a package for the demon lord? Look, I'm just delivering a package, guys.
Ending.
And it's just
That
a
would-
wrap
that would
package, and they ask,
work.
well, we gotta check it. Well, do you want to say you opened the demon? package
Yeah,
to
do
you?
you
wanna
want to
tell
get in
him
the
you
way of
opened it?
this?
Yeah, it's like, all right, I'm gonna need your name. What do you mean? I'm not telling the demon lord that I opened his package.
Yeah,
I need your name and rank. Come on, cough it up. I gotta write it down as you're just tapping the in on the
Look,
clipboard.
I gotta sign this whole handoff sheet here. You know, custody, and I gotta get your full name and rank, and.
Oh wow, this is 2019.
The SDM Isekai conversation. Yeah, I think we had our own channel for that. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
yes, we
pretty
did.
certain that this exact conversation has occurred before now.
No, of
in
course.
2015,
Yes.
including Atin's recounting of what he wants as his isekai wish.
Possibly, yes.
It might have.
Well, we are a broken record here at the podcast.
What about the IRS? Is that new?
Yes, that's actually new.
Thank God.
I feel like that would be a great way to just turn the entire world against you in an isekai.
Well, that's why you have to unlock immortality first.
Yeah. I unlocked immortality and did everything I could. Now I'm bored and decided to create the IRS taxation office.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
listen.
How well does this go over in a world in which the gods of physical manifestations like, all right, so we need to talk about your back taxes.
Yeah, you fucking
Back
you
taxes?
send mail to one of the gods. Yeah, you owe some back taxes. You're the god of spoils. I can't help but notice you haven't declared any of them yet.
Yes. Except for the god of charity that gives everything away is like, we have an unregistered tax return for you. Where would you like us to put this into your account? Which bank are you a part of?
Yeah, we show that
Oh,
you
God,
have
that would be a
shit.
never-ending refund.
But
You've
then
got
all of a sudden
a
it's like,
charitable donation
except-
of $16 jillion.
Unfortunately, your followers have bribed and taken $15.9 bajillion.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like here there is a bit of a kerfuffle in the system.
Oh.
What?
Would the gods be required to register their followers as dependents?
Yes,
Yes.
if they're
Oh, yeah.
priests. Yeah, if they're priests.
Oh,
100%. All
God.
their priests. All their priests, and all of them who probably, like, if there's classes, have anything to do with their god. Like,
Oh,
paladins, priests.
it would be like the
Warlocks-
opposite of a
warlocks
normal
who use
dependent
them as their
declaration.
fucking-
Man.
It would be like the opposite of a normal dependent declaration. Like, normally you're like, how many dependents do you have? Like, 7. And they just look at you like, what the fuck? In this situation with the gods, it's like, alright, so how many dependents do you have? 1.
None. I'm the only one dependent on myself.
And
And a
just
church?
1.
A religion?
Just 1 dependent.
You know I had to walk through your temple to come talk to you, yes? Are you sure you want to declare just the one?
By the way, on my way to this temple, I met a warlock who said you gave him his favor and helped him cast spells.
But I don't give him money. He says here that one of the spells you give him is create water?
Create greater ketamine, Ape? Can you explain this one? Has this been registered with the EPA yet?
Oh no.
It sounds like it would
Weirdly
be a
enough, the
fantastic,
god of
like-
torture has the best tax because he knows how torture.
I will-
This sounds like a fantastic 1 to 2 novel,
Yes.
light novel series, in which by the end of it you have corporatized the entirety of this world.
You
that you're isekai
invented
into.
the celestial bureaucracy?
Oh boy, time for my isekai. Yeah, we need you to do this paperwork triplicate here first.
Yeah, sorry, before we can isekai you due to recent changes in management, you need to fill out this
We need your
form
dependents, your
97-2 in triplicate.
What the hell is this? The last person we created the
No,
magical
no,
IRS.
Isekai'd into a new world. Rather than fight the demon lord, I created the celestial bureaucracy so I didn't have to do anything.
I filed some summons for the demon lord. He had to appear in court or go to jail.
Yes, I have some citizens complaining.
Mr.
the
Lord,
church-
we have some charges filed against you.
No,
327
excuse me.
counts of tax
no.
evasion.
Sneaky.
483 counts of robbery, 620 million counts of assault.
Yes, Great Church of God. It says here you're great here going into God, how many homes and taking everything not nailed down?
Mr. Lord, yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Hero. We've received a truly alarming number of complaints. Now, technically, individually, none of these are a felony, but you have over 600,000 complaints of petty theft, totaling up to the almost 3/4 of the country's GDP.
Now, Mr.
Hey,
Hero, I can't
Mr.
help but
Hero.
notice on your back that is an undeclared weapon. We're gonna have to get that appraised for valuation.
Also, all the gold you took from people's houses you declared on your tax file. So we'll need to know how much you have had, spent, and currently have and plan to have in the future for the next financial year.
We're also going to need you.
You can
begin
get a book out of
registering-
that. You can squeeze a book out of that.
Yeah.
We're
Great
gonna
Hero,
need you
why
to
are you-
register. We need you to register the magic items. These are incredibly dangerous.
Sun Wukong will get supported by most of the gods here. How do you plead, Demon Lord Firebomb's courthouse?
Nah, Great Hero, why are you doing this to me? The big-titted demon lord does all of her taxes on time. You do not.
See,
Well, you see, listen, I feel bad about this, but the Demon Lord did pay their taxes on time, and they do have no trespassing signs up, which you did ignore.
no,
Also,
best-
the church named you as their only dependent, so everything that they have bought, you need to place. Declare.
That sounds like another shitpost light novel there. I'm prosecuting the hero at the Demon Lord's request.
You know
see,
what?
The Demon
Which is-
Lord filed correctly Form 307A.
The Great Holy Church never did their taxes, but they made the Great Hero their...
Unfortunately,
down.
Mr. Hero, you've been declared a flight risk by the court.
I was this guy to another
Sir-
world, and now I'm chasing the hero for tax evasion.
Sir, did you pay for that slave that you broke free from those slavers? They had all their paperwork
Have they
in
been
drafted.
compensated fairly for the damages?
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
They had all of their paperwork in check. They gave me their taxes.
No, but
whereas
seriously,
yours
though,
got
I
slave.
think you could genuinely make a decent single book story of you inventing bureaucratic magic.
Honestly,
And then
not
the
even
sequel
just
would
continue
be,
a story. Just make it a bunch of short stories that are all
Yeah.
connected at varying points
then-
in the timeline.
Yeah.
after you
and then
made
the
that.
sequel would be that the gods
No,
Isekai
no
account
sequel, no
attack-
sequel.
No sequel.
No.
No, the
Just- it's just
sequel
a-
is after the
No.
bureaucracy is set up.
No,
after
there's
the
no
bureaucracy is
sequel.
set up.
No sequel.
Fine.
Chaz,
Because it loses its funny.
It's
If you make
funny
a
as a single
sequel, you're-
thing.
Yeah,
yeah, but if you make the sequel, you're no better than Hollywood.
yeah.
So what you do is you add an epilogue instead of a sequel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
epilogue, yeah.
Epilogue,
So-
single chapter, next hero gets summoned, everyone looks dead in the eye. Yeah, you gotta sign forms
Hello,
1 through
great-
60.
hello. Next thing you know, oh yeah, this is fine. I was an
Just
accountant.
to- oh,
Everyone just looks at him like he's the savior of.
Okay. Alright. If you wanted to make a sequel, you do it off an epilogue where that hero's summoned.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was thinking.
follow
Of.
it.
I
It's the hero-
wanted to
it's
go
the
on my
hero.
isekai adventure, but I was an accountant in my previous life, so now I serve the celestial
I
bureaucracy.
have the normal
Oh.
chapter salary
I was
at
gonna I was gonna say the title would be like I seek revenge for the paperwork or something like that.
Nah, you gotta make it long.
I was an accountant in my
I know you gotta
past
make it
life, and now the
long.
gods of evil do their taxes for them. Celestial bureaucracy
No,
is
here we go.
jail.
I was an accountant in my previous life, and now I've been kidnapped by the celestial bureaucracy.
All right,
Yes.
that was good.
The great hero when the taxman comes.
Who did that?
Me.
Who do you think?
I just wanted to make sure. Look, there is at least 4 people in here that would press that button.
I don't understand. I'm not paying taxes.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying taxes.
The great. I was summoned into a fantasy world by the celestial bureaucracy, but I became the great hero. I'm not paying my taxes.
I'm glad that
Okay.
Discord has
Kid.
decided that Kaz can no longer speak.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. All right, should the sequel instead be like being kidnapped by the celestial bureaucracy instead of being an accountant? Should it be I was a serial tax evader and have now been kidnapped?
Listen, we heard that in your past life of Earth 351 that you did not pay your taxes. We understand.
No, here we go. I'm a serial tax evader, and I've been summoned by the Demon Lord to help.
Yes.
Face the demon lord.
One-shot sequel, Celestial Bureaucracy gets overthrown, another accountant is isekai and tries to make a new one, gets murdered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
That's kind of dull.
Yeah.
that sounds like a short omake.
Omake, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Like I think a better sequel is just like another accountant gets isekai'd. It's like I was finally getting away from paperwork. Which motherfucker started this? And goes on a revenge
Congratulations,
quest.
welcome to heaven. I'm so glad you chose it. Now please help us.
God still hasn't filed his taxes. We don't know what to do.
We've served
You know,
97
normally we
notices to
send
him.
IRS agents and lawyers to hell, but for you, we've made an example. An exception. You set an example there, no.
That needs to be a line somewhere. We've made an exception for you.
I was a lawyer in my past life and was destined for hell, but the celestial bureaucracy made an exemption.
They needed help with their taxes.
Hey, is that legal? Yeah, we need to know. Okay.
Behold, the greatest example of tax evasion.
Yes, indeed.
The
Yeah.
pipeline.
Is that legal? Are those level 4 plates?
Sir, how are we gonna evade our taxes? We're surrounded. Get the killdozer.
No. Anyway, so they're fighting the gorilla, and they're like, this is not any ordinary Grim. The gorilla's been possessed by the Geist.
What?
That's already a grid that exists.
The Spectre is a special type of Geist that can possess Grim and supercharge them.
Yes.
No.
No.
That doesn't
It
exist.
possesses inanimate objects. It doesn't possess Grim.
Yeah, you know, that's what we just said.
Nice, yeah.
That's the Geist that we see
is
in
saying
Ice
it's a new
Kingdom
type.
was a
Yes, the new
special
type of
variant.
Geist that possesses Grim.
Why do you need to possess Grim?
Just supercharge.
Weiss activates a glyph, launching Blake in air as she unleashed a fury of slashes and stabs. Yang uppercutted in the jaw, making it stumble back. While it distracted, Ruby slices Grim in half from horizontal angle. Okay, what was the point of the fury of slashes and stabs then?
Rule
So
of cool.
cool.
Rule of cool.
Yeah, but
Yep.
that doesn't work in books.
Tell that to the
That's your
fanfiction
fucking
authors.
imagination. No, just because you can't imagine an apple doesn't mean I can't.
Hey, Side, what did you have
Don't-
for breakfast? How'd you feel if you didn't have breakfast?
Don't fucking start with that.
Breakfast.
Don't fucking start with me on that. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Ugh.
My point here
Yeah.
is that the author's like, she slashed and stabbed it. And that's it. And then she was like, oh, and the next person came up and then cut it in half.
Look, it's
Wrong.
turned.
It also got uppercutted.
It,
Make
it got down to 1 HP, and the next person put it to -10. That's how it was.
Okay. It bore little difference from its Geist brethren, besides being
White
white
with
with
black
black streaks instead of black with white streaks.
Well, luckily they won't get BLM on them then.
And then they headshotted it. And then the girls stick
Oh.
around after mission, eating lunch at park. There wouldn't be a park in a town like that.
Don't worry about it.
Like, if you build a new village in the middle of a forest, you're not making a park.
Don't worry about it.
You might leave an area of, forest in the middle of your town as a park, but you don't need to actually build a park unless it's completely
Well-
fucking overgrown woods.
Yes, but the thing is it's supposed to be a new village, and we've seen what villages look like in Ruby, and they look like 10
Yes.
houses. This
Yeah,
is
they're pretty small.
This is not a modern day village is 100, 200 houses, 3 main streets, and a strip mall.
Yeah, if you've got a park, I imagine you're up towards the city level. You've got probably
What is that?
1,500 residents. now. Vast parks, you can see them from the air in various shots.
Increased evade distance. That's pretty good, Gray.
Mm-hmm.
All in a day's work. Our heroes, thank you. Here, have more money and more food. Oh, Mayor, you don't have to pay us, says Weiss. Before
Yeah,
being
says
interrupted
the rich.
before being
Says
interrupted
the
by
rich girl with
Blake,
fatty
who
boobs.
grabs the money.
Why?
Blake
Oh.
happily accepted all the money the mayor was trying to give them, as she was already thinking about things to waste it on. Weiss shakes her head in disgust. So Winter and Raven show up on that Legion airship, and they're like, "Come with us. Argus is dead. We thought it was Grim Attack, but single person killed the entire town." Fear formed on Team Ruby faces. How can someone destroy an entire city without superpowers? That's insane. Have you seen the crazy semblances that exist? It's not out of question. Right now,
Why?
it's being covered up by the authorities, so people don't think there's another Salem-level threat. If everyone in this city is dead, who's gonna think about it?
Wait, is
But
this
outside the city.
after Ruby's finished everything? This is an after power?
Yeah, I think this is a post-Salem defeated story.
Right?
Why is Team Ruby still together? Blake would have ran away a long.
True. No, that would if you were gonna do Team Ruby as a comedy show, or you're gonna have some humor in it, and you're gonna have one of the things that keeps happening is Blake keeps running away from shit, as they did with seasons 1 through 6. It would actually be genuinely funny if it was the final episode, they finally beat Salem, all 3 of them were celebrating,
all of a sudden you just turn and there's just a
There's
Blake
no
dust cloud.
fucking Blake.
A Blake
Everyone's
dust
like, where
cloud.
the fuck did Blake go? And they're like, oh, yeah, she ran off, like, before we even got the last hit.
She ran away again.
All of a sudden there's just not a Blake dust cloud, a note slowly going down. I'm an introvert, I don't like celebration parties, bye.
No, well, Blake leaving a note, that's character progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She has to have some progress after 10, 9, 10 whole
What,
years.
what are you talking about? Her
Big
character
cat.
progression is she's a lesbian.
Not really, because she ran and hugged Jordan immediately straight away.
Oh, God. Rooster
Doesn't
Teeth.
change her sexuality. Whee!
Oh, Rooster Teeth. Anyway.
The best character progression Ruby's ever had is from the fans making Ruby racist.
Honestly, kind of a little bit.
Yes. Second best was Weiss, but first best was racist Ruby.
Yeah, it's honestly really impressive how they managed to say that Weiss was racist and then had Weiss be anti-racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go full fucking circle and have no character progression at all. She's just doing it to the other side now.
Listen, it's either one extreme or the other. Actually, it's more like, oh, my daddy's letting me be a huntsman. My daddy doesn't want me to be a huntsman.
Oh,
It's just daddy.
God.
I mean, Weiss does have daddy issues.
Ooh.
John.
Can you guys please, for me, call Team Ruby Team Daddy Issues in your story? Because, I mean, really, Team Ruby is just Team Daddy Issues.
Yang is mommy issues. Weiss is daddy issues. Blake is boyfriend issues.
Ruby is mommy issues.
No, Blake has major parental issues.
Parental
Yeah,
issues. She's both. And Ruby is just dead mom issues, which is kind of
Yeah.
accepted.
Now, to be fair,
Ruby's
to be fair, Yang and Ruby both also have daddy issues because their dad effectively never stepped up.
Oh, really?
No, he did, just not as much as he should have.
Yeah. and
No,
instead,
we literally never got shown him doing like
All right,
anything.
good news. It wasn't a tornado, boys.
Oh, unfortunate.
It was just like thumb-sized hail.
Oh,
But so we had to
Yeah.
go move cars.
oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, can you call Team Ruby Team Daddy Issues for us?
Who's this you're talking about? Is this fine?
Atin.
Atin.
I don't necessarily
I'm
feel
gonna-
comfortable with that.
I'm gonna be
Thing
honest.
there?
That sounds more of a sign thing where the
No, no,
Nick ends
no,
up
let me be
with
clear.
calling his character daddy.
I just want to be clear. As long as I'm not getting clipped, sure.
Oh no, I meant in the story.
In story.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I was gonna say that sounds more like a sign thing where he called him that and
But
then with the
Max
calling
doesn't want to write the story anymore, and if I'm not writing a shit post with my buddy, my motivation to write this crap is pretty much gone. So
I mean, honestly, Sign, I'm pretty sure you could get someone to pay you for a Team Ruby Lude, especially if you write them a teaser chapter where you just have the main character just absolutely verbally demolish them.
listen, I'll pay you to start writing the shit post, to continue writing the shit post that Max and I made.
I would not. That's not worth money. That's not worth money at all.
Have you seen my list?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
He keeps telling me he finishes my chapters, and I keep sending him more money.
I wish you would stop that, by the way, because I got a couple shit posts I want the man to write.
Well, start sending
Just-
him money.
Yeah, just send him money. Then he'll have no choice. Then he'll
What's he
have
gonna
no choice.
do?
I am also slowly getting progressively more like tipping the line of what PayPal will allow me to say in my messages.
God, the last one. Fuck's sake, Sneaky.
Oh, please tell me, what did he say?
Please share it, please.
Hang on, let me look it up.
Because I'll admit, I may have sent Max a few unwise things in the past.
I mean, I've sent unwise things. I've just never regretted them.
PayPal got me acting unwise.
Services rendered for torture, continuing the Outer Heaven plan. I'm afraid to accept it.
Yeah, you know, just someday you're gonna get a call from PayPal.
I'm gonna have to explain that. I swear, guys, he was just fucking around. It was a joke.
He keeps paying you for torture.
Next thing you know, I'm sorry, it was just the PayPal guy's been in one of Sneaky's Discord
It was
servers.
just
He
a
knows
prank, bro.
Sneaky's been everywhere. Even the PayPal guy knows.
Oh, look, I'll have to pay him in yuan next.
No,
Euro.
rubles.
Rubles. Yes, I'll pay you in some rupees.
No, rupees are what are they?
India.
Russian
India.
rubles, I think.
Yeah. No, rubles are Russian. Pay me in rubles, and then we'll really have a problem.
I'll pay you in Zimbabwe. The only time you'll ever be a millionaire.
Zimbabwe dollars.
Yeah. Ugh.
PayPal doesn't accept rubles? Well, of course they don't.
Pay me in the North Korean currency.
They don't have one.
Yeah.
Really?
No, really, they don't have an internationally recognized currency because it's worth so fucking little.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nigeria has an internationally recognized currency. Oh
I
shit,
thought it was
Venezuela. What's the South American country that had a bunch of oil and
Venezuela.
is now yeah, Venezuela. I thought it was Venezuela, but I wanted to be sure.
Venezuela dollars are basically Zimbabwe dollars now.
Yeah.
Isn't
No, they're
that
actually
right?
worse.
I will never forget that fucking video that someone made of the Venezuelan inflation, where it was a time-lapsed graph of inflation over time from various countries, and then
Sneaky, remember, WoW gold
I know.
is worth more than
Oof.
Venezuela.
Yeah, I know.
Oof.
Yep.
That's right, Sign. I want you to think about that just for a minute. Think about the economic statement there. That it is more profitable to farm gold in WoW than it is to work a regular job in
Yeah.
Venezuela.
I was just saying, farm gold and WoW for 12 hours a day.
Ah,
Turn around,
yeah!
convert into
He
Venezuelan
found it!
currency. Live like a king.
Yes, Belarus, South Sudan, Iran, Venezuela.
Well, looking at the American budget here recently, we need to be higher on that list.
Listen, the American dollar, I'm not going to stand here and tell you the American dollar is doing anything.
Oh, South Sudan
Lots of
overtakes
fucking
Venezuela. Wait for it.
And it's Venezuela head by mile.
I don't like how these graphs are evolving in this video. This is horrifying.
Oh no, it's Max, it's an objectively horrifying video, but it's also kind of funny.
Number one for 2 years. I love this.
Oh.
South Sudan. South Sudan overtakes. I love it.
Oh,
I still love this.
oh.
Poor Venezuela, they have oil, they could do so much better, but no, they're communists, so what'd you expect?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say, I want to point out, actually ruined by actual communism.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not fake communism like California.
No, California is trying to do real communism.
Oh
They're
yeah,
just trying to back
California
it
is trying to distribute $1 million to every person or some shit.
That's Washington and California. And it's
Yeah.
not to every person, it's specifically to every black person as
Yeah.
reparations.
Yeah.
And then somebody asked the question, wait, where's all this money going to come from? And suddenly, it shut down and nobody's talking about it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's why,
How strange.
right, in terms of reparations, I think a much better plan is Things like
48
housing
percent.
assistance, right? Like programs to help them get housing, right? This has not changed at all in America. The single best way for families, any family, to build intergenerational wealth is home ownership.
Yes. You know what? I would take the 40 acres and a mule deer, because 40 acres of land, depending on where it is worth a lot of money.
Even if it's in the middle of nowhere, 40 acres is still 40 acres.
Yep. And you could have oil under that 40 acres.
Even if you don't have oil, right? You can farm that. We have. It's not as good as it used to be, but we take pretty damn good care of farmers in the U.S.
Yep. Well, you can do farmland. There's all kinds of shit you can do with 40 acres.
I wish that was the case in Australia.
Stop talking about the depression that is living in Australia. No one cares. We understand that life there is miserable and always will be.
Didn't they just give your abos the
So they put
so-
our inflation. They told us our inflation was like because of some fucking big reason. I can't remember why, but no, they just raised the prices of everything, including
yeah.
taxes and housing taxes.
Yeah,
because
because that's how you
have
fix
the
that,
shit.
right? You just increase the prices of everything.
No, the reason was because we didn't have this. We've had bad like fucking farming and that lately, so we didn't have enough of the shit. It was basic economics, and they decided to fix that. Fixing that would be by raising taxes on housing and other shit like that, which is bullshit.
Yeah, well, you know, this is what happens when you let the government control anything.
Yeah.
basically due to diversity, inclusion, and equity.
Save that for
shit.
later.
I would say, hang on a minute. We also need to recognize that not letting the government control some things also causes problems, like what's happening with,
Nestle.
5
pretty
minutes,
much
good.
everything
5.5 minutes, yeah, good for you. I'm not watching that.
5 minutes of what?
Diversity and inclusion versus.
Yeah, no.
I'm not watching 5.5 minutes of that.
I'll do it.
Let's see, Vultures, blah, 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 Delphi, Mayor of Artemis, Apollo. The huge man spoke shyly and awkwardly, his voice gruff and attractive. Oh my god, he's hot, Yang exclaimed, and all of Team Ruby looked at him, attracted to him.
I'm pretty sure that Ruby is either gun sexual or lesbian, but sure.
She's gun sexual.
Gun sexual, probably, yeah.
And that's probably why she liked Penny, because Penny was a fucking weapon.
She's a living weapon, yes.
Penny, fucking Ruby, if it was up to Ruby, she would absolutely be a fucking Mechanicus.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking lootly.
And no, because apparently she was gonna be a Marine.
Yeah, Marine biology. Yeah, her gun fires caliber, hopes, and dreams, and she's gonna be a Marine biologist.
Yeah.
God, that was so stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, so, forged through fire. What if Summer felt bad about stealing Ty away from Raven? What if that led to her not doing huntsman work for Ozpin anymore?
Stealing?
Yep.
Are we? Oh boy, are we getting into some kind of?
What if Summer was destined to die anyway, and she can't escape the final destination?
God damn
What?
it! You know what? If she
still
just
like I'm
done some
stealing
practice
thing.
at Final Destination, maybe she wouldn't have lost.
And this
Right,
time,
Max?
Ruby got to watch her mom die in front of her brutally.
Wait, no, I'm still on
Jesus.
this. I'm still on the stealing thing. Are they saying that Proto Blake didn't run away?
No, there's
Yes. They're saying that Summer chased Raven away by cucking her.
By
no, yes, close enough.
Yeah.
When you
So
reality,
anyway,
Raven
Summer
just
dies
fucked off.
anyway because it was always her fate to die. And Ruby's life isn't the same, except she still wants to be a huntress, but has her reasons changed? I don't know. Probably, considering this child watched her fucking mother die in front of her. I don't know. Guys, do you think that would change your reasoning for anything?
Nah.
No,
Nah.
John doesn't
Not
sound like a
at
problem.
all.
Let's
You
see
get
what
it
we
all,
got
right?
here. We got a false attribution. Everyone has a dream. What separates them is what they're willing to do to get there. 3 students enroll in the academy, and a 4th student kills someone to break in. No, I'm just kidding.
That would have been much more interesting.
Yeah, it would have been. 3
Well, one
students enroll
joins
in the academy intent on doing anything to reach their dream, while 1 joins Beacon in an effort to escape the dreams of the cult-worshipping Grim fanatic. Together with their friends, they will discover what it means to be a huntsman. OC self-insert.
I usually can't even stand one OC. Why does Team Root? Why would I want 4?
Those reasons.
Yeah.
No. Also, the Grim worshipping fanatics. Does that mean he was born in Grimland? Like, don't
Probably.
the people there worship Salem?
Well, no one
The
lives
hell
there.
did they go to, like,
They're all
Beacon?
dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
No one lives there.
Oh.
Yeah. Flaming Rose! Self-insert OC times Ruby. Phoenix Fall, son of Cinderfall, adopted son
Wait,
of
what?
Professor Ozpin.
How old do they think that Cinder is? How old do they think Cinder is?
No, she's 28, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
she's
nearly 30.
Yeah, she's
She's
nearly,
what?
Yeah, she's nearly 30. She's nearly empty egg carton.
She's nearly a Christmas cake.
Also, yeah, I was gonna correct you, C8, that I was gonna say when I was in South Dakota, there was literally a sign up saying 100 acres for 100K.
But even at 28, Beacon's entrance is 17. So wouldn't she have been 11?
30K is a lot of money, but 80 acres is a lot of fucking land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling
Called
you,
the
South Dakota, man, it's where it's at.
A vigilante called the Flamingo?
South Dakota also has the a wonderfully appealing prospect of state least likely to get fucking nuked.
Yes.
Unironically.
Unironically.
No, the problem is that it's right next door to North Dakota, which is one of the ones most likely to get nuked because of all the Minuteman silos.
No. You're forgetting all the defenses there.
I would say, A, you're forgetting all the defenses, and B, just be on the farthest corner of South Dakota.
Yeah.
It's quite safe. I mean, I guess. Okay, if you were somewhere in like the other options that are good is like deep in Appalachia, in like one of the valleys.
Nevada. No, dude, that's not a surprise at all. That's Nevada, isn't it? No, it's not Nevada.
Yeah.
Any.
No,
isn't Nevada NV?
Is that New England?
New England isn't a fucking state.
Oh please, we all know that there's like 4 states that don't exist, and they're all
we
just
are
New
12
England.
states in a trench coat, okay?
There are so many.
NE.
Listen.
Nebraska.
I'm just letting you know how the rest of the world, how the rest of the Americas see you, which is that you're just
We
12
are a power
states in a
block.
trench coat,
Yeah,
and you're not fooling anyone.
Yeah, we're not. No.
I mean, to be fair, that is America by definition is 50 states in a trench coat.
No, we're 50 war tribes in a trench coat.
We're 48 we're 48 tribes in a trench coat, and then the 2 are off by themselves wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
No guesses which 2 those are.
Yeah, Hawaii and Alaska.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
What 2 states do you think it is then?
Oh, I was talking about California and New York.
No, his joke was that there were
The Continental versus I get it.
My God.
Anyway,
that thing dangling down there in the Gulf.
31 million for pre-built active farmland of 26 acreage. Yep.
No, 26,000 acres.
Yeah, 26,000 acres. Yeah, that's what I said.
You said 26 acres.
Acreage, but yes. Yeah, 955 for 4 million. Damn, that's got to be some prime fucking land in South Dakota. Oh, Fort Pierre. Yeah, no shit, that's going for 4 million.
Oh,
That has a fucking military base on it.
You mean I could buy my own military base for 4 million?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, they literally sell the silos in like it's like 40 or 80 acres around the silos for 2 to 4 million.
I'd love to have one.
so when I win the lottery, Sneaky, I should buy us a base.
We should build a base. It's actually cheaper.
Yeah, buy the land and then build the base.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it takes longer to build it than to buy it.
Yes, but you don't really want militarism to be what your house is made out of.
Military grade.
Yeah, it's all military grade.
military grade.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want the lowest bidder to build my house.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Listen, right? Assuming that I win the lottery, right? It's not gonna be billions, but it'll be a few million.
Yeah,
Right?
after Illinois is done taking all your money.
Actually, no. Hang on. If you build about one of those older bases, they were made back in the 50s, 60s,
That's
and 70s.
true. Yeah.
So those are actually good grade, not
Yeah.
mean military grade.
Also, believe it or not, Illinois actually doesn't take an absurd amount from gambling winnings. It's actually not
Just
one of the more
Chicago.
egregious states. Yeah, and I'm not in Chicago, so.
That's fair.
Now, don't get me wrong, it's still like 30%, but that's pretty in line with what a lot of states take, believe it or not. So I
I
looked
guess
it
I
up.
would give 30% of 30 million.
But yeah, right? So finish all that up, right? You finish all that up, and then, we got some...
So remote, there isn't even a street address. Yeah, I know. It's because it's a fucking grid coordinate. Yeah, there's a lot of good land out there in South Dakota. A lot of good land, and it's got one of the best taxing brackets too. But anyway, let's talk more about Ozpin's adopted child, the Flaming Shadow.
Okay, Ozpin is not a hippie. He wouldn't do that to his child.
Team Limo. Follow story of Ruby in AU
Come on,
roles
you couldn't
reversed.
change one name and make them Team Limo?
Nope. This will be similar to my story of Team Crimson, my OC team. Team Limo will be center of this one. Juniper team will be. Kingdom of Vale, quaint little city, good people. Well, most were good. One who wasn't was notorious criminal Roman Torchwick, top enforcer of world-renowned feared criminal gang Black Rose. He and several thugs were approaching a shop called From Dusk Till Dawn. They walked into store, unaware of a girl in the back with a metallic blue wolf helmet on her head, earbuds blaring music through them as she reads Weapon magazine. Is it really hard to find a dust shop open this late, you know?
Why are you just reading out
No.
canon? Why are you just reading out canon? This is episode 1.
Yeah, anyway, so,
Because this
blah, blah,
person doesn't know
blah,
how to write.
canon, you're Roman Torchwick! Roman looked at her and she looked at him. You're Lapis Lazuli, the defender of the Four Kingdoms. I'm unimpressed. That'll change after this fight, she said, but I guess I'll remain disappointed because I didn't think one of the Red Reaper's top enforcers would be so unimpressive. Oh, okay, so Ruby's a criminal mastermind, and...
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Lapis Lazuli. Who's this supposed to be a replacement for? So
Wait,
there's...
what? I can't see because of the fucking chat.
I'm trying to figure out. So Red Reaper is Ruby Rose. Who's the fuck is Lapis Lazuli?
Probably no.
One of their stupid
Her
OC.
katana.
LEMO, Lemmer, or whatever. It's,
Oh, I think this is Raven.
see.
What? No, that can't be.
Well, it says katana. There's only like 2 people in the series that use one.
It's
No, but
probably
he-
an OC,
No, he
not
did
an
in his
actor.
author's
No,
note at the start. He
the-
said there was an OC team starting with LEMO. This is probably the L.
Oh,
lapis.
yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this
Wait,
is an
then
OC.
it's not role reversal.
Well, no, Ruby is a big underground villain, and Lapis is going to be a spy for her in Beacon, along with the rest of her team, probably.
No, it's... No. That's not...
LEMO.
Oh, and Salem is the headmaster of... Not Beacon Academy,
And Ozpin is probably the big bad, then.
I guess.
Wait,
Raven
what-
Branwyn is the one that didn't abandon the team now. Oh, and the Defender of the Four Kingdoms is a title given to the people with maiden powers, but they're not maidens. They're defenders.
Of course not.
Shut your retard mouth.
I am Hazel. Oh, you're making Hazel a professor? Is he the combat professor? Oh, he's the combat professor. Of course he's the combat professor.
He definitely likes
even
combating
in
children.
an AU, he still can't stop himself from kicking the shit out of children.
Headmaster Salem, what weapon does Professor Hazel use? A steel chair in a wrestling ring. Why do you ask?
He hefts an entire wrestling ring when he's serious.
He's going
Yeah.
for the cage!
Where did the hell in the sound come from? It dropped from the sky!
It's funny in South Dakota, they're just giant squares for highways. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Former
because
Huntress Blake Valador,
you know,
leader of the White Fang.
there's literally nothing out there. There was no towns to navigate around, so they kind of just built in a straight line.
Yeah. There were no towns, no hills, nothing to get in the way. Just some occasional fucking pesky mountains.
And we just blasted right through those. As the great lead engineer on that project said, Mr. President, with enough dynamite, anything is possible. What a
That
man.
was fucking right.
What a man.
Yeah.
By the way,
I can't
Cass,
believe Roman Torchwick was just trying to make a Mountain Glen accessible tunnel.
by the way, Cass, I'm not even kidding. That's literally a quote on a plaque in a museum.
Oh yeah, no, that is a direct quote.
Can
That
this
is
tunnel be made? Can we truly tunnel through this mountain? Mr. President, with enough dynamite, anything is possible.
I can't believe Roman Torchwick went to college in engineering.
I can't believe Roman Torchwick got kicked out of art school.
No, hang on, Sneaky.
Yeah.
You've seen Roman Torchwick.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
If he failed out of anything, he
Yeah.
definitely failed out of a singing program.
What was your major? Interpretive dance? Anyway, so gentlemen,
No, like, I'm just saying, right? Like you
Tyrion
look
is
at
the
that
art
outfit.
failure. Tyrion is the art failure, and then immediately hailed Satan.
anyway, so gentlemen, it is getting close to 10 o'clock, which means it's time to say goodbye. It's been a fun one. Come back on Tuesday, as there is, unfortunately, always more, and it always gets worse.